What's going on, guys? Welcome to another live stream. I am back. It is the Friday before UFC Fight Night Kansas City, which is Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen. We also got some heartbreaking news, which I've been wanting to make a video about it, but I've just been chilling and relaxing over the past hour. So I just haven't had a chance, and I wanted to get on a live stream before it was too late. And it's already 11 o'clock, and where the hell is time going? So now I'm here. We're going to talk about Oliveria Dariush being off of UFC 288, which is literally heartbreaking. Stab right in the heart. And now 288's looking like absolute dog shit. And, yeah, it's super unfortunate, super depressing. But we'll talk about that. I'm probably going to make a video about it still. I don't know yet. We're going to go over UFC. Hold on one second. We're probably going to go over. I don't even know what I was about to say there. But anyway. Oh, we're definitely going to go over UFC Kansas City predictions. That's what I was going to say. And we'll talk about what Adesanya's next fight. And honestly, I may make a video about just how 288 sucks ass. I almost put that in the title. I almost put that in the title, but I didn't know how that would work. But yeah, I actually thought about going to 288 myself, Patty. It's not that far from me. I mean, it's not super close, but it's not super far. But yeah, I'm glad I didn't either. I mean, we got such a stacked beginning of the year. And now I'm outright disgusted. I'm damn right disgusted because we really don't have... We have no currently announced good pay-per-views. Yeah, that's heartbreaking. Because I always, whether it be on the channel, whether it be in life, I'm always just looking forward to the next big event. And we had 284, 285, 286, and 287 all solid. And now we got 288, which looks like a glorified ESPN card. We got 289, which main event is just an absolute smack in the face. And, yeah. And then we have the news, Renato Moicano's out of his fight against Arman Tsarukyan. The Oliveira news was heartbreaking. There's just a lot to digest. And it's just unfortunate in general. And I'll probably make a video. What I'll probably do is maybe after the stream, depending on how long I stream for, I'll probably jump in the shower real quick just to kind of wake up because I'm a little bit tired. Not crazy tired or anything, but just kind of wake up a bit and then I'll record a video on it. Probably. But thank you guys. Some of you were complaining, but thank you for watching my welterweight video about Gilbert Burns needs to be cut. Dana White needs to do something about the problem at welterweight. What a damn good title, if I do say so myself. And the thumbnail's looking good. And it's working on 4,000 views. It's still getting some views. So if you watched it, if you commented on it, I appreciate you. Got a lot of watch time. It's already picked up a good amount of subscribers. I appreciate you guys. We are trucking towards 10K. We are basically 80 subscribers away from 9K. And in the last month, we've gained over 1,000 subscribers. So, yeah, in the last 7 days alone, we've gained 554 subscribers. 554 subscribers in the last 7 days. I'm looking at my analytics right now. In the last 28 days, I mean, that's just crazy. Over 1,000 subscribers. The last 90 days, we've gained 2,500 subscribers. The channel is growing to new heights. Again, if you guys can do me a favor, share the channel with people who will watch the channel and subscribe to the channel. Watch the videos for as long as possible. Click on another video, like the videos, and comment on the videos. I need your help. I want to get to 10K. So I'm going to keep asking about it. And when we hit 10K, I'm going to do like a 3 or 4 hour stream. It might be depending on the timing I hit it, it'll be like right after or right before we'll have to see. But I'll do like a 3 or 4. I'll do like a 3 or 4, or yeah, 3 or 4 hour stream. I was trying to think. But yeah, we're 1,080 subs away, which sounds like a lot. But when you think about it, the fact that I got almost 600 subscribers in the last week, you know, another 2 weeks like that, I'm over 10,000. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate you all for joining these live streams. We had well over 100 people in here last night for the majority of the stream. So it's growing slowly but surely. Do me a favor, like this stream. Double, triple check and make sure you're subscribed to the channel right this very minute, because sometimes you might think you are, but you're not. And put some questions in the chat. Said better be on time. You know, it's funny. I had it scheduled for 11, but then I rescheduled it for 11:15 because I started having issues with OBS. I pulled up OBS, and for some reason my camera was super zoomed in. It's not an issue with my camera. It was something to do with OBS, so I had to shut down my computer. So before I shut down my computer, I just rescheduled it for 11:15 in case I still ran into an issue. And I had to like delete everything out and re-add everything in OBS and set it all up. But luckily, I didn't have the issue when I restarted, so then I ended up starting at 11 o'clock anyway. Dariush should be fighting for the title anyway. I guess, maybe. I'd be okay with it. I don't see him beating Islam, though. Yeah, I don't think he is either. Islam won 4-1. I agree. What's up, Patty Mills? Appreciate you always in the live stream. Sometimes you got to chill too, Joey. Okay. UFC 288 and 289 is basically dead. I would say are basically dead, but I get your point. This sucks, yeah. This is a dagger straight to the heart. This is heartbreaking. Could Armin and Poirier step in for Oliveira against Dariush? I would like to see Armin versus Dariush on 288. Or, and I'm going to suggest this in my video, or you could do Bilal versus Colby, interim welterweight title. Interim welterweight title. Co-main event. They could probably even make it main event, honestly. That's another option. I'm going to mention that in my video when I do my video. I'll probably do a video after the stream. I might just release it tonight, even though it'll be like 1 a.m. But you get the point. We still have Blades versus Pavlovich. Don't speak too soon. At least Drew Dober can be on the main card at 288. Yeah, but does it really belong there? It doesn't. That was a good title. 80 subs away from 9,000. Yeah. Is YouTube profitable for you? Define profitable. Right now, I don't believe, even with all the money I've spent on my setup, because I got an extremely expensive setup, I don't believe I've made it back. Let's put it that way. I do not, in all the time I've been on YouTube, I don't believe I've made more money than what I've put out for my expensive setup. Let's just leave it at that. But it's growing. The revenue's growing. The views are growing, which is connected to the revenue. The donations are growing. So everything's growing. Hopefully it picks up by the end of this year, and I'm actually profitable on YouTube. Your sub count is growing because your good content is good. Thank you, Riza. What is up, Tori? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Keep climbing the ladder. Thank you. I will. Robart. Early prediction on Dariush versus Oliveira if it happens. I don't know. I'm flipping back to Dariush now. Oliveira's injured. I'm flipping back to Dariush. Question, does it annoy anyone else when fighters like Dariush preach endlessly about Jesus? I get thanking God briefly, but however cringe that is, but he's like the folks to knock at my door. I don't remember what Dariush does. I know he is religious, but just off the top of my head, I can't remember, so I can't say. I'm not a big fan of discussing anything ad nauseum, or ad nauseum is how you're supposed to say it. So like the super long, like religious spiels afterwards, I'm not a big fan of, but at the end of the day, that's their moment. If that's what they want to do, it is what it is. You know, some people say certain things, some people say other things. I get it. The thing about religion in general, whether it's, you know, Christianity or, you know, being Muslim or whatever it may be, I'm just not a big fan of them saying like, basically like, God help me win this fight, you know, and it's like, okay, is that really what's going on? Do you think God's handpicking winners of fights? I don't think that's how it works. So that's my gripe. But at the end of the day, I don't care. That's like such a minute thing that I don't really care about too much. Black is your color. It complements your eyes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know what's funny? The funniest thing is, I have like a rotating section of shirts that I've worn but aren't dirty, because what I will do is I will switch shirts around so I'm not wearing the same shirt in every video. Like if I record 3 videos in one night, I don't want to wear the same shirt. So then I just don't want to hang the shirt back up, but then I don't want to put it in the dirty laundry. So I just have like 3 shirts just kind of chilling on the ottoman in my room. And I was like, okay, I'll throw this one on real quick. So, yeah. If that makes sense. What's up, little bro? Okay. But is black really my color, or are you just buttering me up right now? Damn, the channel is growing seriously fast. You're going to be at 10K before you know it. Thank you, Jungle. I appreciate you. Out of curiosity, does YouTube mail you a check or direct deposit? Direct deposit every month, once a month. The biggest weight bully ever is Gleason Tebow. MF for Wade, 155, blew up over 180. He was a middleweight. That's crazy. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what he was weighing in on. I don't know exactly what he was weighing in at. But maybe. Maybe. I don't know. True classic shirts are nice. Is Dariush ever going to get a title shot? Are they going to keep booking him against someone who beats him until a person gets a shot for stopping his streak? Probably that. I don't know. I'm gonna have to really think about it and put it all in my video. But basically, I think they're going to try to rebook. They're going to try to rebook Oliveira versus Dariush. But honestly, they should just book Beneil versus Armin, in my opinion. Unless Dariush can go at 189 or 289. It's crazy, 289. I remember like it was just yesterday enjoying the buildup of 189, which was Conor McGregor, Chad Mendes. One of the best pay-per-view main cards I've ever seen in my entire life. And now we're 100 fight cards later. Damn near. I love you, Jesus. Yo, Romero. What's up, Joey? Looking forward to the fight night tomorrow. Solid card. I'll be live streaming for it. Islam will fight in October. That means Beneil or Charles have 5 months to fight and recover to fight Islam. October, it's difficult. Yeah, I mean, depends when it happens. Depends when they fight. Hopefully they can fight in June. And then they have July, August, September, October. So they have 2 months to recover and then 2 months to train. Even if y'all are religious who really thinks Jesus gives a damn about who wins a fight, that's true. Shane Burgos really lost in PFL. I told you guys when he got cut. I was in the minority. I didn't care at all. Dude was never going to be a champion. Never really even that good. It's a fun fighter, don't get me wrong. Dude, you're having competitive fights with Charles Jourdain, and people were acting like Shane Burgos is a GOAT fighter or some shit. I don't get it. Some people just mistake liking a fighter for them being highly skilled. That could never be me. That would never be me. Seen Bilal Muhammad hinting at fighting at 288. Sounds about right to me. What'd he say? I got a new airless paint sprayer today. I was practicing in my garage on every scrap piece of anything I had. Gonna practice all day tomorrow. I'm used to rolling and brushing. So is it for painting like interiors? I'd be scared to use it. Yeah, you definitely need practice. I don't even know where you can go practice though. But I guess if you're just practicing on small things, I kind of get it. Yeah, just cover your entire walls with like paper and then just practice painting them. Because you can't go use it. I started watching UFC from the UFC 189, man. That's crazy. That was a great card. It was a really great card. One of the best main cards, if not the best main card I've ever seen. In my entire life. Who's going to headline Moicano versus Armin card now? Also, how many pay-per-views does UFC 288 sell? As it stands right now, maybe 200,000. Moicano, Armin, I don't know. It could be just a garbage card. It's not looking great, particularly. It's really not looking great. interior, exterior, anything. My dad had a body shop growing up. I used to paint cars for him. So I have to pick myself up by the bootstraps and walk on and get it done. Hey, man, I'm sure it'll save a lot of time. Rolling and brushing is just a pain in the ass. I painted my grandmother's entire downstairs last April. And, man, it took me like 10 hours. I was painting her entire kitchen, the ceiling, everything. And then all the walls in her dining room, her entire living room, and all new trim. And, oh, my goodness, it was brutal. It was brutal. Bilal versus Colby co-main for 288 interim title. That's what it should be. That's what I'm thinking. Or even make it the main. Even make it the main, maybe. Wouldn't mind it. Here we go, evil. Here we go. Somebody just sent me that. Shout out, Andy. Shout out, Andy, if you're watching the chat. I just got your message. Hooker versus Armin. Dude, Hooker would get mopped by Armin, and then he claimed Armin was using IVs. But, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with Moicano Armin. I feel like that card's dead. Unless they find some bum to just step in. Unless they find some bum to step in. Let's see what time the card starts tomorrow. Even though I look up this every single day, it seems like. I got to go through full card picks. All right, so prelims start at 5:30. I want to catch at least Brandon Royval versus Mateus Nicolau, so I'll try to be on like 4:30 maybe. What a horrible bout order, by the way. What a bout order, by the way. All right, I'm going to go to Tapology real quick and just kind of blow through my picks. I'm going to blow through my picks. Pause. UFC. I got to go lock in my predictions, and I haven't really had a chance to study this card at all, so I don't even remember all what's on here. Okay, first fight on the card, Jocelyn Edwards versus Lucy Podolova. I don't remember if that's how you pronounce it or not. Both young, 27 and 28. Edwards has the reach advantage, 2.5 inches. Both on win streaks. Edwards on a 2-fight win streak. Yi Young Kim and let's see, Ramona Pasquala. Jessica Rose Clark lost. Carol Rosa. She lost to. Let's see. Lucy Pudilova beat Yanan Wu. Carol Yar. I don't even know who these other girls are. These were from another organization. I don't know. Honestly, this is a fight where I think it could go either way. And it's not like I've seen a lot. I've seen one fight from Lucy Pudilova. I don't know how good she truly is, so I don't know who to pick here. I don't know who to pick. I know Edwards is kind of gritty and is okay. Jeez Louise, I don't know who to pick. Tapology's siding with Pudilova. But I don't know. I don't trust Tapology. They're idiots. If I would trust Tapology, I would have went with Pereira. No matter who wins this fight, I think it's going to be a decision. I don't think either girls are high level. I'm going to go Jocelyn Edwards by decision. But, by the way, can someone give me a timestamp? So we'll call it 17 minutes, 45 seconds. 17:45. Can someone remind me of that at the end of this stream? I put it in the thing. So I can comment that on this stream and let people know where the full card picks are. Okay, so anyway, actually, let's just make the timestamp right now, which will be 19:20. Let's make that the timestamp. Okay, full card predictions. Jocelyn Edwards versus Lucy Pudilova. Haven't really seen a whole lot of tape on either one of them. They both aren't particularly good. Pudilova has one fight in the UFC. They're both roughly the same age, both roughly the same height. Jocelyn Edwards has a little bit of a reach advantage. I'm going to go Jocelyn Edwards. She's just a little bit, she's gritty. She has okay stamina. You know, she has a decent win in the UFC, I guess. I don't know. That's a 50-50 fight. I'm going Jocelyn Edwards by decision. Moving up on the card, Gaston Bolonas versus Aaron Phillips. Aaron Phillips lost his last fight to Jack Shore. Dude looks like a character from Beavis and Butthead. He's been out for 3 years. That's all I need to know. He's 33 years old. He's got a reach disadvantage, a very small reach disadvantage. He's got a height advantage. Dude's been out for 3 years. How can I pick Aaron Phillips after being off for 3 years? Some people come back and look better than ever. But being off for 3 years, already hasn't fought the best competition. Has one fight in the UFC, and it was 3 years ago. I don't know what happened to him in that time off. I'm going to go, let's see, what was his last loss? He lost via submission. He lost, okay. Gaston's a finisher. Three of his last wins were all by KO, TKO. I'm going Gaston by, I'm going to say, second round. Okay, and I'm going to say first round KO. I'm going to say, that came out of nowhere. Okay. Moving on. And then we're going to get back to questions here in a second. I'm just going to try to blow through these real quick. I'm going first round KO, Gaston Bolognese. Aaron Phillips been off for way too long. He's too old, at a reach disadvantage. And Gaston's a finisher. Moving up the card, Bruno Brazil versus Denise Gomez. 8-2 versus 6-2, inexperienced. Do either one of these girls, the Contender Series, and they both came off the Contender Series. What's her name? Lost to Luma Lubune. I'm not picking her at all. She's 23 years old. She's too young, too inexperienced, at a reach and height disadvantage, a massive reach and height disadvantage. I'm going Brazil by decision. Most of the women's MMA fights I picked by decision. Lando Venata versus Daniel Zellhuber. Daniel Zellhuber kind of shit the bed against Trey Ogden. He was supposed to win that fight in his last fight. He came off of Dana White's Contender Series looking good. Lando Venata's hit or miss. He lost his pants in his last fight against Charles Jourdain when he got guillotined. But believe it or not, he almost beat Tony Ferguson on short notice when Tony Ferguson was the boogeyman. The absolute boogeyman. I want to pick Venata, but he's so hit or miss. Beat Mike Grundy. Lost to Bobby Green, beat Yancy Medeiros, lost to Mark Jacasey, I think is how you pronounce his last name, which is weird. Daniel Zellhuber, a lot of hype behind him. Massive reach advantage, 6-inch reach advantage, massive height advantage. He's 23 years old. Am I going to go with Zellhuber after shitting the bed against Trey Ogden? Young guy, powerful. I just can't look. This isn't a super technical breakdown. I can't pick a dude that lost his pants in his last fight. I'm gonna be honest. Lando Venata may get it done, but dude got guillotined and his pants fell off. I can't subscribe to that. All right, so I'm picking Daniel Zellhuber. I'm gonna say second round KO, and I'm gonna say Lando Venata keeps his pants this time. I'm gonna say he gets KO'd in the second round, but he keeps his pants. I think the reach, the youth, the speed advantage for Zellhuber is going to get it done, but I'm not super confident in that pick at all. Moving up the card, oh my God, more women's MMA, low-level women's MMA. Piera Rodriguez versus Jillian Robertson. Every time I pick against Jillian Robertson, she wins. And it's really starting to piss me off. Robertson is just a submission machine. Every time she wins, I'm pretty sure it's by sub. She has more experience. Girl, Piera Rodriguez is 9-0. She has 2 UFC fights. Came off of Dana White's Contender Series. She beat Kay Hansen, who's a bum. She beat Sam Hughes, who's literally a bum. She's been kind of active. She's never lost. I'm going to go with the more experienced, gritty Jillian Robertson, and I'm going to go second round sub. Maybe she loses the first round. Gets outstruck a bit because she's garbage on the feet. And then she gets her down and submits her in the second round. That's what I'm going with. Moving up in the card, old-ass Ed Herman versus old-ass Zach Cummings. 42 years old for Ed Herman, 38 years old for Zach Cummings. I'm pretty sure I've seen Zach Cummings on, I think he was on The Ultimate Fighter at one point in time. Dude, can I pick the short fuse? I don't think so. I really don't think I can. I don't think I can pick the short fuse. I'm going Zach Cummings. Ed Herman is going to... Is he going to get finished? Now, I'm going to say Cummings by decision. I don't think Ed Herman's too... I can't pick a 42-year-old man. Both similar height, similar reach. Zach Cummings okay. He's not great, not terrible. The hairline's like Neil Magny's, but that's besides the point. I'm going Zach Cummings via decision. Moving up on the card, finally, an amazing matchup. We are getting Brandon Royval versus Matheus Nicolau. What a damn good fight. Amazing fight. Matheus Nicolau hasn't lost a fight in forever. Both 30 years old. Royval has a height and a reach advantage. Nicolau was a bit of a slow starter in that last fight. He was winning, but slow starter. Got the finish against Matt Schnell. I really think Brandon Royval may get this done. Brandon Royval's so good everywhere. He's so scrappy. He refuses to be held down. I do think Matheus Nicolau has the power advantage. But Royval is elite. I'm telling you guys. I'm on the Royval train. How does Royval win? I'm picking Royval via sub. I'm going to say Royval third round sub in a close fight. Royval has a great gas tank. I think maybe Nicolau shoots in on a sloppy shot in the third round and gets guillotined. I don't know. Or he gets rocked by Royval, looks for a takedown, and gets guillotined in the third round. I'm going Brandon Royval. I'm not super confident. I think Matheus Nicolau. I thought about picking Matheus Nicolau, but I'm a big believer in Brandon Royval. I think he's a future title contender in the division, to be honest. Moving up on the card, we're still in the prelims. How is that possible that that's on the prelims? That is crazy. TJ Brown versus Bill Algeo. Bill Algeo losing a split decision against Andre Fili in his last fight. KO'd Herbert Burns in his last fight, exhausted from damage. It says on Tapology. Beat Joe Anderson Brito, which is a solid win. Lost to Ricardo Lamas. Beat Spike Carlisle. 32-33. A little bit of a height advantage for Bill Algeo. TJ Brown, I'm not a big believer in. I picked Eric Silva in the last fight against him. He lost to Shalin Norenbeke not that long ago. Lost to Danny Chavez. That was a long while ago. Bill Algeo is very durable, has decent striking and grappling. I'm not a big believer in TJ Brown. I'm going Algeo. I'm going to say Algeo. Let's see, how does he win the majority of his fights? I'm going to go Algeo decision. Bill Algeo via decision. Moving up on the card, finally an easy pick. Clay Guida versus Rafa Garcia. I'm easily taking Rafa Garcia. Clay Guida is an absolute bum. 41 years old, still in the UFC. Legend of the sport, but a bum. I'm going Garcia. I'm going to say Garcia is going to finally put Clay Guida out of his misery. I'm going second round KO, Rafa Garcia. Clay Guida, he's bound to get put to sleep eventually, you know. And it's been a bit. And, you know, he got a win in his last fight against Scott Holtzman, who retired afterwards. Rafa Garcia is massive, powerful, coming off the win over Machete. And I think he's going to finish Clay Guida, even though Clay Guida is usually super durable. Moving up on the main card, well, Clay Guida, Rafa Garcia was the first fight on the main card. This is a fight that I'm really looking forward to. This should be the co-main event, arguably. Pedro Munoz versus Chris Gutierrez. Chris Gutierrez looked like a world beater in his last fight. I think Gutierrez is a better version of Pedro Munoz, essentially. Same skill set in a way. He has a reach and height advantage, and Chris Gutierrez has some of the best leg kicks in all the UFC. But Pedro Munoz is very durable. I don't remember him getting finished, at least not in recent memory. He had that crazy battle with Cody Garbrandt years ago. I'm going Gutierrez via decision. Leg kick battle, lands better on the feet. Gutierrez is still rapidly improving, and his striking is really good. I'm going Chris Gutierrez via decision. Pedro Munoz is just a little bit too durable. Moving up on the card, another easy pick for me. Ion Cutelaba versus Tanner Boser. Tanner Boser moves down from heavyweight to light heavyweight. Ion Cutelaba has the chin that could be put out with a decent gust of win. I'm going Tanner Boser first round KO, and it's going to be a brutal first round KO. Ian Cutelaba is going to get clipped right on the chin, out cold in the first round. Moving up on the card, Dustin Jacoby versus Azamat Murzakanov. Jacoby's sneaky good. Sneaky kickboxing. Arguably won his last fight against Khalil Roundtree. Beat Da Jung by KO. Beat Michael Shashchek by decision. Beat John Allen by decision. Beat Darian Stewart by decision. Or beat him by KO, standing TKO. He's been very active. Justin Jacoby's very active. Azamat Murzakanov beat Devin Clark. Tafan Nchukwi. And then he came off of Dana White's Contender Series. Dustin Jacoby really doesn't have really any massive holes in his game. Has a 7-inch reach advantage. Has a 5-inch height advantage. And they're roughly the same age. I think Azamat's going to be trying to grapple here. But he has decent striking too. But I'm going to go Dustin Jacoby. I think he's just a better kickboxer. I'm going to say Jacoby by second round TKO. I think going to put some volume on him, like a late second round TKO. I almost picked him by decision, but I'm just going to go second round TKO. Moving up on the card, Edson Barboza versus Billy Quarantillo. A lot of people are counting out Bryce Mitchell because of his last fight where he got out-grappled by Bryce Mitchell. Did I say counting out Bryce Mitchell? I meant counting out Edson Barboza because of his last fight against Bryce Mitchell, so maybe I did say that right. Edson's getting up there in age, 37 years old, but I think there's levels to this game. And even though Billy Q is very likable, I don't think he's on Edson Barboza's level. I think Edson Barboza gets it done. I'm going to say second round TKO for Edson Barboza. He finishes him with a body kick. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say second round TKO for Edson Barboza. I could see a third. If I was picking Billy Quarantillo, I'd pick third round TKO. Because Billy Q's a straight up dog, a definition of a dog. And great stamina, great pressure. But I think it's going to be one of those fights where he's going to look like Dan Hooker against Edson Barboza. He's going to be a punching bag and a kicking bag. And I think Barboza is going to beat him up with body kicks, chop his legs up. I think Billy Q is going to be bloodied and battered, looking for takedowns. And I don't think he's going to find them early. Maybe he gets them later and starts sapping some of that energy and get Edson Barboza thinking twice. But nah, I think Barboza is going to find a finish, and we're going to see vintage Edson Barboza in the second round. Even though I am worried about he's being 37 years old. What's crazy to me is the majority of people in Tapology are picking Quarantillo. But I'm going Barboza second round TKO body shot. Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen. I got a full breakdown and prediction on the channel. This is an interesting fight, guys. This is a very interesting fight. Max Holloway coming off the loss to Alexander Volkanovski where he got beat down. Before that, he beat Yair and Calvin Kattar. Arnold Allen never lost in the UFC, but never fought the level of competition of Max Holloway. Arnold Allen could get an early finish, but Max Holloway is way too durable for that. I think Max Holloway is going to win via decision. I think he's going to box him up in the later rounds. I think Arnold Allen might have a little of success early, but I think as the fight goes later, Max Holloway is really going to start taking over with his boxing. You know, it's hard to imagine Max Holloway coming off a loss losing. Again, you know, losing 2 straight. When's the last time Max Holloway's lost 2 straight? When he lost to Alexander Volkanovski twice in a row. Okay, besides that, Conor McGregor, Dennis Bermudez back at 2013. So, yeah. Yep. I gotta go Max Holloway via decision. I think his boxing is going to be too much. I think he's a massive step up in competition for Arnold Allen. So I have to go with Max Holloway via decision. If I was picking Arnold Allen, I would pick him by TKO. I would think he'd have to get it done by TKO. That'd be my only guess. So there you go. There are my full card picks for the card tomorrow. And hopefully we get some good picks. Hopefully I get some good picks in. I'm going to have to go take a picture of that real quick so I can circle my picks tomorrow. I don't remember every single pick I make. But yeah, so there you go. I'm looking forward to the card tomorrow. Of course, Tapology messes up right as I go to take a picture. That's crazy. 14 of 14 picks entered. Let's go for 14 out of 14 tomorrow, hopefully. All right, if you guys have any questions, put them in the chat. And I'll get to them now. We're through the picks. Whatever you guys want to talk about now, we will talk about. Which fighters do you believe are not natural? In my opinion, most obvious one, Paulo Costa. I don't know. There's one that doesn't pop to my head right now, but there's definitely a couple. True naturals: Ferguson, Frankie, Edgar, Bisping, Gaethje, Derek Lewis, Mark Hunt, Brian Barberena. Sound good? So many female fights tomorrow? Yes. Would you rather have 5 female pay-per-view main events cards a year or be Canadian? I guess I'd rather be Canadian. Toby, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Hit you up on IG today, brother. I remember. Now I know what a Boston Crab is. You think Olives is ducking or actually injured? P.S. I think Potan struggles at light heavyweight. I'm glad you finally could figure out what the Boston Crab was. Dude literally messaged me and said, "Hey man, I'm a This was the funniest shit. I should have posted this in the Discord. He said, "Hey man, I'm a bit of a casual, but what is a Boston Crab?" I think he thought it was a legitimate MMA technique. I told him, dude, look up the Walls of Jericho. You were familiar with the Walls of Jericho, correct? But thank you for the $4.99 dono. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. It means a lot, Toby. It means a lot. And the fact that you used your super chat to mention the Boston Crab, I'm forever indebted to you. I'm forever indebted to you, my friend. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, back to where I was at. Short Fuse versus Fat Cummings. This is UFC fight, guys. I'm done. Yeah, we got a lot of dog shit coming up soon. Would you rather have... Okay, big mistake. Nico Price said he signed a fight. Who do you think his opponent is? I actually have no idea. Guida's a bum, huh? Yes, he is a bum. At this point, he wasn't a bum for his entire career, but he's a bum now. Have you watched his fights? Kutalaba's still fighting for the organization. He sucks until we see something. Yeah, let's see it. Let's look up Ion Kutalaba. Dude, Kutalaba's chin is done. At one point, I thought he might be able to be something. Dude's lost 3 straight. His last win was against Devin Clark. He had a draw against Dustin Jacoby. Lost to Magomed Ankalaev. The first one's bullshit, though. That should have not been a TKO. He's 16-9. Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. Great stream as always. Hope all is well. Thank you, MMA Now. I appreciate you. Bozer all day. Kutalaba's terrible. Exactly. UFC 288 is getting worse and worse. Agreed. Very interesting to see Barboza still fighting these kind of new guys, but we'll say yes. It's going to be interesting. Whoa, what's with the hate for Kutalaba, chat? He ain't no word beater, but he's got some skills, and he's usually fun. He is usually fun. We should cut him some slack. I don't think we're giving Ion Kutalaba a fair shake. Sarukian versus Dariush, book it now. That's what I've been saying. Why aren't you watching PFL? Because I don't give a fuck about PFL tonight. Who wins Dariush Oliveira, and what round does the stoppage come? I'll say Dariush. I'm switching to Dariush now that Oliveira's injured. And I don't know, actually. You know, who are you picking so I can pick the opposite, and then I know I'll be right. That is crazy. The last time Max lost to someone besides Volk at 145 was Conor back in 2013. Exactly. Being Kutalaba overreacting while he fights, that cost him against the Magomed Ankalaev fight in the first one. Who wins, Gilbert Burns or Leon Edwards, and what round does it end? I'll say Leon Edwards wins and wins via decision. Merge 288 and 289. Sounds about right. They're both horrible. They're both horrible. Most obvious is Izzy. Okay. I think since Benny was ready to fight back in February, I think he should step in 429 since Charles and Moicano are out. Benny versus Armin is a great main event, plus Armin needs to step up. Yeah, Armin should have fought Beneil instead of Gamrot, but Gamrot got a robbery decision over him. What are the two best fights in the women's divisions ever or all time, or what do you mean? Are you talking about all time? Most of the UFC's on PEDs. Okay. Hey, take it easy on me, brother. Hey, man, I was just having fun. Yes, sir. Jericho was my guy. Hey, man, I was happy to answer you. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you following me on Instagram. Plus, fighters can just go to the other side of the earth where USADA can't test them. That is true. Leon versus Bilal doesn't sell a main event, but a co-main to Islam in Abu Dhabi at 294 is actually a great idea. In my opinion, they can do it. Colby versus Burns in July for the next shot. Sign me up. Sign me up. Tory coming with bigger dono soon? Okay. Sign me up for it, too. Make Kelvin versus Sean Strickland. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And thank you for the comment on the recent video, Jack. A lot of people were slandering me about that video. They were just slandering me left and right. Cut Gilbert Burns? Well, that is the option that he gave. Guida and Neal owe the UFC money for not shaving their heads with those awful hairlines. Dude, I don't even think Guida washes his hair. Why does PFL match up the best fighters with ex-washed UFC fighters? I have no idea. I guess to make them look good. Beneil versus Armin thoughts? I love it. I think Beneil probably wins it. Why do fighters seem to lose their chin later in their career? Does the brain just decide none of that? It wants none of that smoke? That's what I'm thinking. I guess at some point it's just taking so much. It just can't take no more. Contender Izzy, new mythical fighter. That is true. Kelvin gets destroyed. I think it'd be competitive. I wouldn't pick Kelvin, though. I wouldn't pick Kelvin. I would not pick him. Whatsoever. But they just may move Beneil Dariush to they just may move him into a title fight like Leon Edwards when Jorge Masvidal pulled out. He was supposed to fight Jorge Masvidal. Masvidal pulled out, and they just gave him a title shot instead. Kelvin gets destroyed. Yeah, best of all time. I can't name any myself. Okay, Robert Whittaker nickname. It was, what is it again? The Reaper. Oliveira versus Dariush postponed? Supposedly, yes. No problem, Joey. If Burns wants to be cut, if he doesn't get a shot, then let him be cut. Exactly. People didn't understand the point. People didn't understand the point of the video. I don't get it. But I guess that's the way it goes sometimes. Young feller. But yeah, a lot of people didn't understand that video, which actually was annoying. They're like, how dare you with this hot take? Gilbert Burns is the one. Gilbert Burns is the one that gave those options. Sorry, I was reading something. He's the one that says, these are the options. Cut me or give me a title shot. Cut me or set me free. Well, then adios. Or cut me or give me a title shot. Yeah. Goodbye. Adios. We don't want you no more. There was something I wanted to check now. I can't remember what I wanted to look at. I don't know what it was. Whittaker said he thought Kelvin won easily. Said Curtis stood there like a puncher bag. I don't know what he was watching in the third round. And even the second round, I gave it to Chris Curtis even with the headbutt. When I rewatched the fight, I thought Curtis won. Me too, Curtis easily won in my eyes. I mean, when I rewatched it, even with the headbutt and ground and pound, I thought Curtis won it. Curtis is a salty loser, but I for sure thought he won. Yeah, well, he's probably pissed. I mean, he loses half his paycheck. You got to remember that. You got to remember that. Bobby Knuckles, okay. As you walk through the garden. I think even with the headbutt in the second round, I thought Kurt won 29-28. Yeah, when I rewatched it, I thought it was pretty clear. I mean, I thought you could debate it, but I thought I was pretty confident that Curtis won. But for some reason, people said I was biased. Like Chris Curtis sends me a check. Nah. Parker Porter is saving UFC 288. Thank God for the GOAT of Parker Porter. Do you think there are any 1990s era fighters who could have been competitive in today's fights? Probably not. Probably not. Joey Curtis didn't win in my eyes, but I have yet to rematch. I don't know what that means. You have to have a rematch. Dana's on TRTs for sure. Dana's definitely on steroids. Ion is still in the UFC just for his face-offs, probably. Yeah, but sometimes veterans fighters chin, as you can see, take heavy hits. It all depends on how it goes. Yeah, for sure. On the podcast, O'Malley said Diaz JP boxing match will be the best boxing fight this year. I can't believe people even care about that shit. I have no desire to. I would rather play bingo than watch that garbage. I can't believe people are like dying to see that. Probably not. Joey Silva, GSP. Silva and GSP fought in the 1990s? What? They fought in the last 10 years. So, I mean, they fought recently. I mean, Anderson did. So, calm down. 288, literally about to sell 50K buys? Yeah. Henry Cejudo retired for negotiating tactic. Nobody cared. Is Max Chin's going to get cracked this week? Hopefully not. That would be crazy. If we got to watch Max Holloway get brutally KO'd, could you imagine that? Oh my goodness. That'd be a sight to behold. That'd be a sight to behold. Well, I don't count them because they fought within the last 10 years. So I was thinking they'd stop fighting in their 1990s or 2000s. How is it already 12 o'clock? How have we already been on here for 50 minutes? I swear you guys are time traveling with me. Every time I get on here, it's like the time is flying by. I still have videos I want to do about 287. I still have videos I want to do about 287. And I just haven't had the opportunity yet. I hit I'm looking at my analytics right now. I hit 1,000 subscribers on July 14th, 2021. So let's see. That's crazy. Let's see where I was July 14th the following year. I was at 3,878. I wonder where I'll be this year. I can't believe we're about to be at 9,000, guys. About to be at 9,000 subs. And then soon to be at 10,000. That's why I got to keep making these videos. I got 2 videos I want to make before tomorrow. I don't know if I'll make them both. I'm going to try to make at least one when I get off stream. About the Oliveira news and what they can do there. I appreciate you guys watching those. I can't believe we're growing the channel to 10K very soon. I hate to say it, I do keep up with O'Malley's YouTube channel. He comes off like a frat bro, constantly talking about women and checking them out in public. Okay, that's a weirdo. Unless Arnold shows some crazy technical quick response. Yeah, unless he clips Max and hurts him early. Part of me is laughing my head off to the fact that this is still backfiring for Henry. Dude really retired thinking he deserved Conor money. Yeah, I'm still laughing about that too. I don't think he got any better of a contract either. Are you affiliated with MMA On Point? How would I be affiliated with them? No. The answer is no. Why? What a weird question. Why? Why do you say that? I would never imagine Holloway getting KO'd. If it happens, it's going to be a shocker. Exactly. I know biased won't let you see, but Allen's going to for sure KO. I mean, that would be crazy. I think it's possible, but I doubt it. I doubt it. My eyes itching now. I'll be live streaming the event tomorrow, so you can join me and see my reactions live. If Max wins, that would... Max wins, what would that do to the division? They can't just have him keep killing off contenders. They better pray. They better pray that Yair wins. Otherwise, I don't know what they're going to do with Max because they can't have him keep killing off contenders. You're right. Your voice sounds like an MMA On Point commentators. I've never really listened to their MMA On Point. I know they exist, but I don't. to me, like, I've seen like a couple of those videos in the past, and like, not that I'm hating. There's a marker for that. Obviously, they have like what 500K subs or something, even maybe even more. But yeah, I'm not looking for like corny like infomercial list. Like, let me go look them up real quick, just out of pure curiosity. MMA on point. Let's see what kind of videos they do. They don't ever show their face on cam, right? Holy, they almost got 1 million subs. Shout out to them. That's crazy to build that. They got 473 million views. Damn. Damn. Let's see what their most popular video. 9.8 million. 10 precise moments that rules changed MMA. Forever that changed MMA rules. All right, let me look. Let me listen to their video real quick.
The blue pill. What if Luke Skywalker turned to the dark side? What if Colt won? He finished in the first.
It's like these collages where they're just talking.
As the boogeyman for the last 3 years, he finally had the title after beating Jose Aldo.
Yeah, I don't get it. Now I'm gonna get copyright on my thing. But I guess people like that type of stuff. I'll pass them soon. Stop. That's not gonna happen. 1 million, dude. If I got 1 million subs, not only is it corny, but infomercials about copyright content from other creators, not my cup of tea. But they got their fans, I guess. I guess so. Yeah, I wouldn't be watching that. Like, nothing against them personally. I'm happy for them. You know, I'm not trying to shit on anyone. It just reminds me of like a late night infomercial. Joe, you should be voice acting and narration. You really think my voice is that good? You think my voice is that good? Do I have a good voice? That's news to me. I know some people, you hear their voice and it's just annoying, and it's nothing wrong with them. It's just annoying. So even if I just don't have that, if I have a decent voice, think about it. You don't really know your own voice in a way. Like, I don't know what my voice is like, you know, to hear it independently of knowing it's mine. So I'll take the compliment. But I don't know if I could be a voice actor. Welcome back to MMA List Top 5 for 6 easy payments of $7.99. You can have this amazing list of the top moments MMA rules changed forever. Yeah. That's because everyone swallows the UFC's narrative. I don't know why I said it like that. Also seems like you're the only one not calling Francis an idiot. Seen a dozen YouTube channels crapping all over him for a decision to leave. Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna make a video about that. I'm gonna make a video about that because it's so dumb. What the UFC does is the UFC pushes a certain narrative, and then all the little dumb WME zombies, you know, just gobble it up. Whatever Dana puts out and the UFC says, these people just decide to push that narrative. Francis may sit out forever and never fight again, and he's plenty rich, and he's plenty fine, and now he's not in a restrictive contract in the UFC. Unless he ends up poor and he wants to fight but can't, he was happy to get out of the UFC. So I salute him. You know, just to sit around and call him an idiot for we don't know nothing. It's way too soon. It just got announced, the beginning of February, end of January, that he was leaving the UFC. We're in early April. It literally hasn't. It's been like 2 months. We don't even know. Let the dust settle a little bit. We don't even know what's going to happen yet to call it a mistake. Just because BKFC said, "Oh, the money that he was asking for was unreasonable." BKFC couldn't afford me. BKFC doesn't have any money. They don't make any money. You know, they can't afford Francis Ngannou. They can't afford me. And you think they can afford Francis Ngannou? So it's a non-statement. That dude's a clown for even saying that. You have to understand, okay? Dana White is pissed that Francis left. Dana White thinks that Francis was unreasonable in his demands. We don't know specific demands outside of what's been said out loud. Who knows what the truth is? Dana is salty that Francis did not resign, okay? We know Dana has a history of wanting retribution against fighters that do not want to re-sign. Case in point, Nate Diaz, Khamzat Chimaev. The reason they made that fight, even though everyone was scratching their head and saying, what is this? What's going on here? Guess what? They booked it because they wanted to see Nate Diaz get slaughtered because Nate Diaz refused to re-sign. So when Ngannou leaves, do you think Dana's going to not try to push a narrative to make him look bad? It's just crazy to me. It's just crazy to me. So there may be a point in time where we can say it was a mistake by Francis Ngannou, but now is not that time. People aren't operating under the actual facts. They're operating in a fantasy land where it's just pure speculation. And it's just horseshit. I always formulate my own opinions. I don't just regurgitate whatever Daddy Dana tells me to say, okay? Because that's what other people do. They're like, oh, Daddy Dana, he said this. This guy doesn't want to fight. Dude was saying John Jones was scared of Francis Ngannou. Fast forward 2 years, he's saying Francis Ngannou was scared of John Jones. Do you see the hypocrisy there? And people eat it up. They eat it up. They love it. And, For me, I'm not that dumb. You know? I'm not that dumb. Where were we at? They'll probably do Alex versus Shevchenko. Grasso versus Shevchenko rematch at November in MSG. Yeah, hopefully it's the main event. Sarcasm. What makes you think Francis is rich? He clearly has money. It's pretty clear. And he seems perfectly fine. I haven't seen him begging on the corner. I haven't seen him begging for money anywhere. He has plenty of money. He's made plenty of money. He's still a polarizing figure in MMA. And I'm sure he'll be just fine. He probably has more money than you'll ever have in your entire life. But yet you're saying he made a mistake by turning down millions. Because that's millions of dollars you would never have. It's funny how everyone is complaining about UFC not paying their fighters, but all companies paying their fighters millions on millions have no money like KFC. Yeah, it all depends. You have to put context on everything. For me, hold on a second. Okay. For me, it's the portion of revenue. It's the portion of revenue that goes to the fighters. So I remember it was like UFC 270, like 12% of the revenue from the fight card went to the fighters. And I understand the UFC needs to make the money. I understand the UFC is a business. I understand the UFC is running everything. But to have it like that low, the portion of revenue, I think it's horseshit. But yeah, BKFC and all those companies, they don't have any money, but they try to sign. What they think is signing washed up UFC fighters that already have name value will make them be able to make money to be able to afford paying them millions. But what happens is they can't sell a pay-per-view to save their life. They can't build homegrown stars to save their life. So what makes the UFC successful, one is their production value, and two, their ability to build fighters based on stories, to tell a story. Has BKFC ever told you a story you remember? Has Bellator ever told you a story you remember? Has, UFC is a storytelling company. The story of the fight is what people care about. And if you build someone's story, Raul Rosas Jr., Joe Pyfer, Israel Adesanya, who became a biggest star, Conor McGregor, I've seen his entire story rise up. If you can build those stars by telling a story, eventually you will have a star on your hand rather than just signing washed up UFC fighters to compete in bare knuckle. Apparently Nate's coming back to the UFC. He's never coming back to the UFC. Had Adesanya team once Strickland next in his live stream. Okay. I don't know what that means. But, all right. Why would UFC pay a lot more? They don't have to. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I guess if the fighters banded together, they could get more. But, yeah, they're a business. They want to make as much money as possible. He is lineal champ. You make that big bag real soon, Joey. Best MMA channel. I know you will. Thank you. Who is Shane Burgos, former UFC fighter, who's never been good, never was good, never even a top contender, and people acted like him leaving the UFC was the end of the world, and he lost in PFL tonight. Did you see Burgos lost his PFL debut? I didn't see the fight, but I heard it. I heard about it. I can't believe it's already past midnight. How is that even possible? ONE FC also makes stories, to be honest. They mention how hard Mighty Mouse had it every time they can. Yeah, I haven't really paid attention to it too much, but you get the point. You get the point. Over 20K a month, you got a voice, and being a fan will get you there soon. That'd be crazy. One day I'll be making the big bucks from YouTube. But we'll see. I'll do my best. That's all I can do. Is do my best and pray the views start trickling in. I'm hyped. The views have been looking pretty good recently. We've been getting a lot of views on the channel. A couple days ago, 11,000 views. 5 days ago, 16,000 views. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. All the prediction videos did good views. Yeah, I had a couple videos recently that are some of my most popular videos. The Israel Adesanya exposed Alex Pereira at UFC 287 is my 6th most viewed video on the channel. 6th most viewed video on the channel. That is craziness. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Yeah. Tori, thank you for the $50 super chat. I greatly appreciate you, my friend. I don't even know what to say. What's up, Joey? What's up, Tori? Thank you for the $50. I appreciate all the donations from you guys. I really do. It helps support the channel. It is it's an honor. It's an honor, man. Take the $50. Thank you very much for the super chat. I don't know what more I can say. That's a lot of money, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. $50. The $50 holla. Yeah, I think Tori's #1 donations all time on the channel. So thank you. 1 billion fans worldwide equals automatic red flag. Is that what that means? Question, did you turn on subscriber mode because of that dude that was trolling last chat? I laughed every time you mentioned his mother. No, I just occasionally turn it on. I just mix it in because sometimes we get trolls. And you got to subscribe for 1 minute. You got to subscribe 1 minute. So it's not a big deal. But no, I didn't specifically turn it on because of anyone. I don't really care that much in general. But I just mix it in. Sometimes I do anyone. Sometimes I do subscriber only. I like to leave it for anyone because, I hate going to streams. When I've recently sent you guys the streams, I hate going to streams and realizing it's subscriber only. I'll turn it back to anyone right now. Boom. There you go. Joey's turned off subscriber only mode. Plus, maybe it'll help build some subscribers. I don't know how well it works at building subscribers. But you were dying when I talked about his mother? Yeah. He's a subscriber anyway. That guy was a subscriber anyway. He's been around for a while, always saying some weird shit. No problem, Joey. Thank you very much. The $50 holla going to the UFC 289 pay-per-view. No, it is not. It is not. It is not at all. I was thinking about, tell me what you guys think of this idea, okay? So there's a guy, he may even be listening to the stream right this second. There's this guy that follows the channel. I've talked to him on Instagram a couple times. I follow him on Instagram. He's an artist. He's a full-time painter. And he makes unbelievable art. And I was talking to him about maybe getting something done by him. I don't know when it's going to be. Could be now. Could be in the future. And I was thinking about maybe having him paint me the Israel Adesanya shooting the arrows into the body celebration. He's a legitimate artist, full-time artist. Some of these things can cost thousands of dollars. But for me, he's going to give me a discount because he's a fan of the channel. So I'm thinking about that, and eventually I'll put it in my background when I rearrange some of this stuff. I don't know how visible it's going to be. I could like put it on this wall right here, maybe. But he makes incredible paintings. And I want to have something MMA related. I'm going to have something made by him eventually. But you're talking like these types of paintings that are so high detail and high quality are thousands of dollars. But he's going to give me a steep discount because he loves the channel. So yeah, get me a self-portrait. So I mean, look at some of this. Hold on. I took a screenshot earlier. I just don't know if it'd be corny to get the Adesanya celebration. Look at this. He painted a picture of, how am I forgetting his name? It's on the top of my head. Clint Eastwood. He painted this picture of Clint Eastwood. And he does like large paintings. Look at that. Look at that. Let's see if it zooms in. That's a painting. He did that painting. That's craziness. That's craziness. I did see the Elsa edit. But either way, I'm eventually going to get something MMA related. But it's going to be expensive. But I'm going to get something from him. So. Dude, shut up. Just shut up. You're being a cornball. He literally hand drew it. It doesn't matter how he did it, and then he painted it. It's incredible. He had a whole video on his Instagram showing him doing it, and I recently watched that. Follow him on Instagram. Great painter. Shout out to you if you're watching. I appreciate you, man. I love your artwork. And make some noise if you are ready. And believe it or not, his name's Jackson, but it's not the Jackson from the chat. Oh my goodness. How about this? Just for being a cornball? How about that? Everyone say goodbye to MMA Johnny. Everyone say goodbye to MMA Johnny. Joe, do you remember the dodgeball movie? We need you taking the bull by the horns painting. I don't remember. I've seen the movie. Take the bull by the horns dodgeball. Oh yeah, I remember that now. That's funny. Get that on myself. How's your night, brother? Good. Get a Joe Martinez portrait. I'll have to do that. Get a painting of Tori since he's basically paying for it. Yeah, sure. Shut up, Dom. But yeah, I'm eventually going to get something MMA related. I just think that Adesanya moment is just so iconic. I think that's going to live in history in MMA, to be quite honest. That's why I was thinking about getting that. Like, that is forever going to live in MMA history. It was an unbelievable moment. What a celebration. He pre-thought that out. He literally thought, when I KO him, I'm shooting the arrows into his corpse. He literally thought that out beforehand. And he did it. I mean, imagine being that confident. You're like, yeah, when I KO him, I'm going to shoot arrows into his body. I heard MMA Johnny loves when he stopped. Yeah. Get a printing of Bryce in a NASCAR suit making a left-hand turn. Adesanya could lose every match from now on, and his legacy wouldn't be tarnished. Exactly. Exactly what that's the thing. That's if and when I get something, which I'm definitely getting something eventually. It has to be something iconic that can stand the test of time. Like an Anderson Silva front kick would be an example of one. And I'm sure there's plenty of others that I'm not trying to sit here and think of historic moments. But I think that one will go down in history in the UFC as an unforgettable, historic UFC moment. What he did in that moment at UFC 287 was incredible. And it's a great memory on the channel. What a reaction that was. What a reaction that was, because I could not believe I saw my prediction come to life. I saw my prediction come to life live right in front of my face. How nuts was that? Just see that come to life right in front of me. There's got to be a way Adesanya could see your prediction reaction video. I tagged him. He liked both of them. I tagged him in my reaction and my prediction. But if you guys feel free to go repost it and tag him in it, hopefully he'll post it or something. I've seen him posting things. I've seen him posting different people's reactions. So, yeah. But yeah, I posted the reaction and the prediction, a clip of the prediction on the channel, on the Instagram channel. I don't know why I said it like that. On my Instagram account. And he liked both of them. So he saw them. Or he just liked them and never really watched them. I don't know. Tori, thank you for the $20 super chat. Good luck on the portrait, Joey. But let's get down to business about Leon not fighting. What's your thought? Instagram channel, LMFAO. This is something I want to make another video about almost, but I want to see how everything plays out. I don't blame Leon for wanting some time off. It's not like he's out asking for a ridiculous amount of time. But people have to realize Leon's never been super active. You know, he's gone are the days of Usman just having title fight after title fight after title fight. You know, he only really took breaks after he was super active for long periods of time. You know, he fought like 3 times in 2021, fought once in 2022. You know, I don't think Leon's going to be a very active champion. I don't think he wants to fight all that often. And I do like that he doesn't want to give Colby that title shot though. I do like that. Jack, you can go check for yourself. He commented on it too. He commented on my prediction. So go look for yourself, Jack. You follow me on Instagram. But I think Leon is going to end up being one of those champions that may get stripped. So. Oh, so you just checked right now, Jack, and you saw it, and that's why you're saying? But I think the UFC could force his hand. I think the UFC may go with an interim title fight. It's kind of like a slap in the face, but I don't think Leon will really care. It doesn't really hurt him all that much. But I'm curious what's going to happen because Leon's adamant. I'm not fighting until October. I think Leon could be the next guy that's really butting heads with Dana, and Dana will spin some narrative, and the fans will turn on Leon now. Everyone liked Leon because he took out Usman, and nobody liked Usman. But watch. All of a sudden, Dana's going to start spitting a narrative, and they're going to turn on him. But if Leon wants till October, I don't blame him, you know. I think that's a little crazy, but it's not that bad. You know, he fought in mid-March, so he's roughly fighting at 7 months later. Let's see what this is. Hold on. That's funny. Dude, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, if you guys want to post a prediction, I have a clip of my prediction. I also have a clip of my reaction on the channel on the Instagram. If you want to repost it, tag me and tag Izzy. Hopefully he sees it and like repost it or something. That'd be pretty crazy. So, yeah, guys, go do that if you want to. Tori, thank you for the other $20 dono, man. You're just throwing out donos like crazy. What about Moicano? The Armin Moicano fight I'm disappointed with is not happening. But it kind of didn't really make sense, but it was still a fun fight. I want to see him book Armin versus Beneil now. That's the fight I think they should make. That's truly the fight I think they should make. But I don't know if they will. I don't think they will. I think they're probably going to try to reschedule Dariush Oliveira. Who knows when that can happen? Hopefully Oliveira's not a serious injury. Maybe it's a cut in training. But I don't know who Armin fights now. So, I don't know. Let me take a look at the rankings real quick. Who does Armin fight now if he doesn't fight Beneil? Everyone else is taken. He could fight Fiziev, I guess. Yeah, maybe he fights Fiziev next. But Fiziev just took a lot of damage. He's going to be out for a while. Dos Anjos probably won't take that fight. So he's got to pray for the Beneil Dariush fight. That's basically it. But could be I hate to see him have to fight like Jalen Turner. I mean, Armin deserves a step up in the rankings. I think it makes perfect sense. Book Armin versus Beneil right now for 288. We need the extra fights on the card. But thank you for the $20, Tori. Thank you for the $50 and the $20 and the $50 and the $2 and the $8 and whatever the hell else it was. Appreciate you, my friend. People forget most champs aside from Izzy and Usman Volk aren't active. Agreed. Just tune in. Why is Oliveira versus Darius off? Oliveira, undisclosed injury. By the way, guys, if you could do me a favor and like this stream, if everyone could go and like this stream, I would greatly appreciate it. And also double check and make sure you're subscribed. If everyone likes the stream, it helps boost it in the algorithm. And it's 12:30 at night, so hopefully it gets recommended to more people. And then we'll be good to go. It'll help. Maybe some people will find the channel while we're on stream and subscribe. We're almost to 9,000. We are exactly 64 subscribers away. 64 subscribers away from 9,000. Dana wants October because he wants Islam in Abu Dhabi. Maybe this is what we do. Maybe we book Leon versus Islam. Islam said he wanted a shot at a double championship. Book it. No way, Izzy. Okay, that's what I'm saying. People forget. Okay, read that. Watch Dana pay Leon to fight Colby. That'd be crazy. Does Adesanya win with shitting poop attack? I don't know what that means. Respect Leon for not letting UFC give Colby a shot. Yeah, but it might backfire on him. Might backfire on him. Oh, Archie, thank you for the $2 dono. What Max got to do to get a fourth fight with Volk? Knock everyone out, develop KO power, and jiu-jitsu like Brian Ortega. And he's got to look like an absolute world beater against everyone under the sun for at least another 2 years. And then Volkanovski has to be looking like he's falling off. Thank you for the $2 dono. Oh, Archie, I appreciate you. I do appreciate you. And now my foot is itching. I like how as the stream goes on, I just slowly start to creep down in the chair. Off restriction. I'm happy to have you. Now behave yourself. Who does Moicano fight next? No idea. He's kind of screwed because he got a big step up in competition, and now he's not going to get another one. I don't think he's going to get it again. I don't think they're rebooking that. I think Moicano may end up fighting Jalen Turner next, which is still a step up. Jalen Turner's ranked number 10. Moicano is going to get a tough matchup. I mean, Armin Sarugian was a tough matchup that I think he loses to anyway. But Jalen Turner just fought. He's going to be out for a while. I don't know how long Renato Moicano's out, but he'll probably end up fighting like a Jalen Turner coming off. Jalen Turner. No, he just lost. He just lost to Mateusz Gamrot. They could book Armin versus Mateusz too. I thought it was a robbery decision for Gamrot in the first one. But I doubt that. Gamrot's not going to fight anytime soon. So basically, maybe they let Armin beat up Dan Hooker. Maybe that's what they do. Or Moicano. I think Moicano Dan Hooker makes the most sense, depending on when Dan Hooker's coming back and when Moicano is coming back. They removed from Leon from the rankings when he refused to fight Hamzat. Yes, they did. Why do fighters keep telling us the injuries they have, and why do they keep it disclosed? Because they don't want anyone to know in case it'll affect them in their next fight, like their knee injury or whatever it may be, twisted ankle, whatever it may be. So they don't want to let their opponent target it in their next fight. I get what the UFC's doing, but I side more with Leon. Leon had with 12 fights to get a title shot. He beats Usman twice in a row. Colby lost twice to Usman, beats Holloway, sits out a whole year. I agree. It's embarrassing what the UFC's trying to do. But the UFC can get pissed and look for retribution. The channel's going to be popping this time next year, hopefully. I hope so. 9K all day. Yeah, we're almost there. 64 subscribers away from 9K. So 1,064 from 10K, which is what I want to get. Just got here. How much longer are you streaming, Joey? Hopefully a while. I don't know, man. I haven't decided yet. I want to make a video, but I'll probably go... I don't know. I haven't decided. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how the stream goes, and I'll decide from there. I want to start getting over consistently 100 people in every stream. Joey, are we doing a 10-hour stream for 10K? No. We'll probably do, if and when we get 10K, because who knows, we might never get it. The YouTube channel might just stall out of nowhere. If and when we hit 10K, I'm probably going to do like a 3-hour or a 4-hour stream, depending on exactly when it happens. Like, let's say I'm on stream and I'm like not planning on doing a 4-hour stream that night, and I hit 10K on stream. We'll probably like do it the next night, do it like a 4-hour 10K celebration stream, because I haven't cared about anything since like maybe 5K, I think. So I'll just do a 10-minute stream for 10K. You're probably right. But yeah, I'm probably going to do a 3 or 4 hour stream the day I hit 10K or the day after I hit 10K. Izzy's a cheap. He wants Strick or Dreykus. I thought he wanted Jamal Hill. People said Oliveira versus Dariush and Sarukian versus Moicano being canceled. I'm sad over Bryce Mitchell, Jonathan Pierce. Wanted to bet big money on Pierce, shaking my head. Yeah, there's been a lot of heartbreaking fight cancellations recently. 3 of them in the span of a couple days. It sucks. Tori, thank you for a $20 dono. Another $20 super chat. The stream is just popping off tonight. Tori's just slinging out $20 donos. Kutalaba, why is he still fighting, bro? I like him, but his last fights were bad. I don't know, dude. He's got a lot of brain damage. And he's due to get cut. And he was in a main event in his last fight because the Derek Lewis fight, Sergey Spivak, got canceled. So, yeah. Kutalaba, time to head over to PFL. Kutalaba will probably end up in BKFC next. And that fits his personality perfectly. Send him on over to BKFC. Well, thank you for the $20, Tori. From Astoria, Queens. I remember when you had like 2K. That's pretty crazy, Sly. It really wasn't that long ago. Let's see, when did we have 2K? We were in the 2000 range May of last year. So less than a year ago, we were in the 2K range. If you want to go exactly when we hit 2K, we hit 2K January 21st of last year. Appreciate you guys sticking around with me for that long. I'm surprised a lot of you didn't unsubscribe yet. Like, this channel is shit. I'm not watching this shit. Izzy's the middleweight GOAT, in my opinion. The conversation is there. Then once you get to 10,000 subs, it would be 100,000. What do you mean it would be 100,000? Once I get to 10,000, my next big goal is 50,000. My next goal was 50,000, and then after I hit 50,000, my next goal is 100,000. So we'll see if I can get there. I don't know. Anything's possible, but you never know. I'm going to do my damnedest. Did Charles get a title shot if he wins? Probably not. What video years was the most controversial, got the most backlash? I don't remember, to be quite honest. Got the most backlash? Probably something to do with O'Malley. The Conor McGregor video got a lot of backlash because people kept saying, it was there. But it wasn't there when I made it. They edited it out and then put it back in there. The recent video, Israel Adesanya exposed Alex Pereira, got a lot of backlash. The O'Malley versus who, which was Sean O'Malley versus Holly and Paiva, is disgraceful matchmaking, got a lot of backlash on that one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so there's quite a few that got a good bit of backlash. The one that had the thumbnail, that the video was called "The Real Reason Colby Covington is Getting an Undeserved Title Shot," and the thumbnail was pointing to Colby Covington and said white privilege. I got a lot of hillbillies in the comments complaining about the thumbnail. I got quite a few hillbillies in the comments complaining about the thumbnail. So, what video I didn't get a lot of backlash on that I expected a lot of backlash, I got a little bit of backlash, but not a lot, was the video I just did about Israel Adesanya and basically people calling him homosexual and saying they don't like him because of it. I expected way more people up in arms. There was a few people up in arms, but I would say 90%, 80%, somewhere around there was positive, and 10 to 20% was negative. So that's a pretty damn good ratio for online, because usually the negative people are the loudest. So, yeah. Okay, I think I caught back up there. 24-hour streams all day? No. UFC can actually get sued if Colby fights. I don't know. We haven't seen the legal paperwork, so I don't know exactly what all it says, to be honest. What's up, Joey? Haven't been in here a while. What's up, MMA Post Daily? Who is next for Armin? I'm hoping Beneil Dariush. You're a damn hard grinder, Joey. Thank you. You glad Shane Burgos got exposed by Albin Mercier? 30-27 was never high on Burgos. Dude kept getting robbery decision wins in the UFC. I don't think he got exposed. I already knew what Shane Burgos was. I didn't care one bit when he left the UFC. I mean, dude nearly lost to Charles Jourdain in his last fight. Need I say more? But I'm not happy to see a man, lose. I mean, I don't necessarily dislike him. But yeah, I told people he wasn't that good back then. Most backlashes was for sure, did Sean O'Malley purposely poke Pedro Munoz in his eye so he could quit the fight? Yeah. I think it's pretty racist to call people hillbillies. Well, hillbillies has nothing to do with your race, so I don't know what your thought process is there. So, yeah. Some may say I'm a hillbilly, okay? Some people may say I'm a hillbilly, all right? Let's look up definition of hillbilly. An unsophisticated country person associated originally with remote regions of the Appalachian. So, there you go. Associated with remote regions. So, I don't understand how that has anything to do with race at all. So you better get your ducks in a row before you come at me with that bullshit. You hillbilly. In Texas, a hillbilly's an insult? Is it really? I think hillbilly's a funny word, to be honest. Got the old hillbillies? Tori, thank you for the $10 dono. Are you still going to be live for tomorrow's card? And when do you think the next actual interesting card will be? Tomorrow's card's pretty interesting. Yes, I will be live for it. I mean, the next week's card is pretty interesting too, but Big card, it probably won't be till July that we get like a really crazy good card, like 287. So, yeah, it's unfortunate. But thank you for the $10. You think you're a positive person? For the most part, yes. Should they do Korean Zombie Calvin Kattar? When is Calvin Kattar returning? Does anybody know? Does anyone know when he's returning? He's got a knee injury. He may be out for a while. How do you think that guy that beat Shane Burgos would do in the UFC? He wouldn't do very well. He was already in the UFC and he got cut. And he was never really particularly good. People hyped him up because he's Canadian, but he's not even good. I mean, he's all right, but nothing great. Probably a year to the week after his last fight. What are you talking about? Skang Biscuit. What's next for Beneil? Hopefully Armin Sarukian. I've been beating that like a dead horse. Hopefully Armin Sarukian. I'm going to make a video about it probably after this stream. If not, I'll make it tomorrow, hopefully before the fights. The Hollywood Hillbillies. You will get there as long as you stay focused and loyal to your group of friends on here. Yeah, I am. I mean, we do these streams all the time. We're building the community here as we speak. There's probably some people in these streams that would miss these streams. If I stop streaming, yes or no, would you miss these streams? Yeah, we got a great community that comes to these streams, like almost every stream. Yeah. By the way, Blue Cheese Bandit, I asked your mother, and she said hillbilly isn't racial at all. So I asked her just a few minutes ago. Probably a year to the week after his last fight. Okay, you're talking about Kattar. Makes sense. Would you like to see Korean Zombie Calvin Kattar? I'm going to be honest. I don't think about the Korean Zombie ever. So I wouldn't really care about Calvin Kattar or Korean Zombie. I think it kind of makes sense, but it's nothing I'm dying to see. You hate watch the streams? No? Okay. Yes. We got a great community here, so I feel like there's some people. I'm going to stop streaming 1 month for like 2 weeks straight, and I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to see what happens when I come back. I'm just going to disappear off stream for 2 weeks. So we'll see what happens then. We'll see who comes crawling back then. All right? Love the streams, man. Thank you, Wesley Gutierrez. I swear Edson Barboza retired after 272. Or was that someone else? I don't remember him retiring. So that must have been someone else. I don't remember. So I don't know where you came from with all that bullshit. But let's see. Hold on 1 second. Okay. John O, thank you for the 1 month of membership. Yeah, I'd miss these streams for sure. Here, what's up? Make some noise if you are ready. I got to do that for John O. Even though it's cringe, I got to do it for John O. I'm active in a lot of your streams on YouTube. You're the first to put me in timeout. I was just messing with you, dude. You couldn't cry me a river about it. I am Damir Ismagulov's husband. Congratulations. He's a great fighter. You should be proud of your husband. Cowboy Oliveira just lost on the regional scene. Did he get cut from the UFC? I have to go back on Craigslist to find another man for pleasure. I'm happy I can be here for you. Sup, Joey? Joining after picking up a double cheeseburger meal at McDonald's, but my question is, what's your opinion on what will happen with the co-main of 288? Hopefully they'll reschedule it and add another banger. It's looking horrendous. Looking horrendous right now. 288's looking horrendous. I hope you enjoy your meal. My theory is they need to book Bilal. They need to book Bilal versus Colby for a #1 contender fight or an interim title fight if they must. If they must. I think that'd be a great co-main event. Oliveira versus Dariush is not canceled. It's postponed. Come on, dude. It's canceled off 288. Your argument semantics. Nah, I think Burns versus Colby interim fight. That doesn't make any sense, but all right. Tori, thank you for the $20 donut. Nobody else showing love for MMA Joey for the entertainment. Beat this. Thank you, Tori. I don't think anyone's going to ever be able to beat you, my friend. Dude's just throwing out donos left and right. Top donator, Tori. Yeah, if anyone wants to get into a competition with him, I'll be more than happy to stay for that. Thank you again, my friend. Max Holloway went with the long black compression shorts for this fight kit this weekend. What does he normally go with? I don't remember. MMA Joey's burner? What does that mean? Beneil will finish Oliveira, who agrees? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say I agree with you. Yesterday I was picking Oliveira by TKO. Now I'm picking Beneil by TKO. I think whoever wins gets a finish, though. Yep, the tough guy definitely isn't the anonymous troll behind the keyboard. Okay. Does Hudo retire if he loses to Aljo? No. No. Oh my goodness. He usually goes with the gladiator shorts with the splits on the side. I do not remember. I don't remember what he wears, but I feel like you're right. Yeah, no, I'll send you a $5 occasionally. Hey, I appreciate anything. If you guys are in the live stream, sending messages. If you guys are watching the videos, if you guys are liking the streams, I appreciate everybody. So. Oh my goodness. I'm just having the time of my life right now. I'm literally just having the time of my life right now. It's canceled for 288, but they can't make Dariush versus Armin because Dariush is still fighting Charles at another date. Yeah, but if who knows when Charles is going to be able to fight? So I think they just need to book Dariush They just need to book Dariush versus Armin if Charles is going to be out for a while. I would say you need mod, but the trolls are fun. Yeah, I'm just messing with him right now, deleting his messages for the hell of it. I'm trolling the troll to have fun. But yeah, we got a couple mods, so right now we don't really need to add any more. And mostly I try to pay attention to the chat. And also my fiance watches the majority of the streams. And so she's also a mod for me. She's the first ever mod on the channel. Is Derek Brunson retired? I hope so. I hope his corner had to throw in the towel twice in his last two fights. Twice in the last two fights. So, yeah. He better be retired. Could we fight with 8-ounce gloves at Johns Hopkins? Dude, you were hiding under the bleachers. Shut your ass up before I remove your message again. Mexican food or Chinese food? I don't know. I'll say Chinese food, but I'm not really a big fan of either. The only Chinese food I really eat is those like those cheesy wontons is what I call them. But I don't know what they're exactly called on the menu. Derek Brunson versus Dricus Du Plessis was so bad. I know they're both, but I'm making a video called Dricus Du Plessis is a fraud. And going over how he's a garbage can and he has no business getting a title shot. Is Israel Adesanya a coward for not rematching Pereira? Absolutely not. Dude just KO'd him in the second round. He's fought him 4 times. He's won 90% of those fights. Absolutely not. I don't think the UFC wants it. I don't think Pereira wants it. But, no, I don't think he's a coward. He just beat him. He's a long-reigning champion. He was beating him in the fight before that. So, I think he'd sleep him again. I think Israel Adesanya would brutally KO him again. In my opinion. Joey, I have started to like your channel. I appreciate the uploads. Appreciate you as well. How can a man who signed up to fight a guy 4 times and lost 3 times be a coward. I don't know. What if Izzy fights Dricus du Plessis next? Would be so satisfying. No, it wouldn't be. Because Dricus doesn't deserve a title shot. He's a clown, dude. He sucks. But Izzy would sleep him in the first round. If Izzy wants to fight in 2 months, that's the only acceptable way Dricus du Plessis should get a title shot. If Izzy wants to stay super active. Let him KO Dricus in like May. Imagine they added that to 288 on short notice. They couldn't probably. Dricus wouldn't be ready to go. They could add that to 289 though. 290 is already full. They could save 289 with that, but I doubt it. So it wouldn't happen until at least August. So if you're gonna wait 4 months to make that fight, I don't want to see it. But if you're gonna make Izzy like turn around and fight right away again, I wouldn't mind seeing. Dude, you know what he would do to Dricus? Oh my God. Dricus is a literal bum. Honestly, Dricus is so bad, I don't even think he belongs in the UFC. Yeah, I said it. I don't think they'll make Izzy fight in Canada. Probably not. So we're justifying Pena getting a title shot, but not Alex. Pena doesn't deserve a title shot, and neither does Alex. Neither does Alex. Dude, Alex doesn't even want the title shot. So you guys are defending a man that doesn't even want it. Why would he want to get brutally KO'd again? And he's going to sit out till for a bit before he fights again because he needs to. He needs to sit out. But yeah, nobody's justifying Juliana Pena's delusional ass getting a title shot. Nobody wants to see that garbage. I certainly don't. And I have a little video on the channel discussing it. Discussing it. Let's go take a look right this very second. How many videos have I made since that one? Jeez Louise. Jeez Louise. I made 7 videos. But 8 videos ago, exactly 7 days ago, Amanda Nunes versus Juliana Pena 3 announced as UFC 289 main event. Title or thumbnail, worst fight in years. Does that sound like a man justifying that title fight? Does that sound like a man that's justifying that piece of shit? No, it does not. It does not at all. Dricus is at a dinner and a plate for Izzy. Perfect matchup. He gets slept worse than Alex and early. I would pick Izzy first round KO for sure. Izzy first round KO if he fights Dricus du Plessis. Dricus so bad I bet Pena could knock him out. Yeah. I'd probably pick Juliana Pena over Dricus du Plessis. Dricus is the worst fighter I've seen that has gone so far in MMA. Yeah, I mean, dude, he got the best possible rise through the middleweight division. He fought Derek Brunson on his way out, and he fought Darren Till on his way out. So, yeah. Dricus du Plessis versus Kelvin to get Kelvin back into the title picture. There's a lot of ways you can match make the middleweight division right now. With Dricus du Plessis being a pawn. I kind of wanted them to book Alex Pereira versus Dricus. I would love to see that. We'd get an Ngannou type Uberim KO. Man, I think Chris Gutierrez is big. I wish for Topuria versus him in the future. Well, Gutierrez has to go up a weight class for that. 8% Dricus du Plessis. You've been warned. That you have. Till almost beat Dricus, I know. So did Brunson. Dude, Dricus is so bad. Brad Tavares should have slept him too. I'll never forgive any of those guys for letting Dricus beat him. Dude just beat him on sheer guts and determination. Which I do respect. But he's a clown and he's not good. And he doesn't even belong in the UFC, honestly. And Till's literally garbage. Till almost finished him in the second round. Are you smoking crack? Do you see Yanez contending? Yes. He's still young. I think he'll still be a contender for a while. But it's going to be tough in that bantamweight division. It's a nasty bantamweight division. It's a very filthy, nasty bantamweight division. Would you genuinely cry if Dricus somehow KO'd Adesanya? I would just be annoyed. Dude's a literal bum, and now we got a bum as a champion. And we got to hear him talk about how he's the best in the world. It would just be embarrassing to the UFC. So no. I probably wouldn't cry, but I'd be pissed, if that makes sense. UFC acting like, okay, I don't even care. Colby, Miocic, Pena, Dana's just handing out title shots to anyone that utters the words, I'm not fighting unless it's for a title. That's a damn good video idea right there. I might have to make another video. Talking about Colby, Miocic, and Pena. Dricus doesn't have the gas tank to go 5 rounds. That's for damn sure. What UFC outcome would make you cry? I mean, this isn't really possible in any capacity, but Jeremy Stevens coming back to the UFC and sleeping Alexander Volkanovski would make me cry. Would make me literally cry. What's another outcome? I don't know. Juliana Pena beating Nunes in the trilogy would really upset me. Would really, really, really upset me. What if Dricus comes back with 5-round cardio? I don't care if he has 5-round cardio. His striking is horrendous. His defensive striking is horrendous. His grappling is horrendous. His jiu-jitsu is horrendous. Dude just brute forces his way through anything. That's the only reason he's even relevant right now. But yeah. I think he's garbage. But that'd be crazy if he did come back. Imagine Dricus in a 5-round main event. I wish they would book him versus Chris Curtis. They had that fight booked a while ago. Because I think that's an easy matchup for Curtis. I would easily pick Chris Curtis in that one. Dude, I wonder what the odds are going to be for Dricus' next fight. Because I'm betting against him. I would cry laughing. That would be so perfect. Jeremy's record would be expunged from the history books. He would be the GOAT. No longer who the fuck with the most losses. Yeah. That'd be horrendous. Does Sean O'Malley just wait for the next title shot, or does he take one more fight? He's going to wait. He's going to sit around and wait for a title fight. I watch old Dricus fights, and I swear he's regressed. He used to look way faster and have snappier kicks and punches. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But even in the fights that he won, like, let me go look him up real quick. I can't remember everyone he fought, but even in the fights that he won, he didn't even look particularly good. Dude's literally a bum. He didn't look good against Trevin Giles. He was eating shots against Trevin Giles until he got the finish. He didn't look great against Marcus Perez either. I mean, dude is a literal bum. A literal bum. I want to know how he beat Roberto Soldic back in 2018. I got to go look at that win. Dricus Duplessis versus Roberto Soldic 1. Let's go look. I found it on YouTube. I mean, this was a while ago. Oh, so he was losing. He started grappling. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me check something real quick. How did he get up out of this position? Dricus just has determination. He's got his back. How did he finish him? Let's see. I want to see what happened here. Oh, he was on the verge of getting finished, it looks like. And then he rushed in. He was on the verge of getting the finish. I think that's what's going on here. Hold on, let me watch it. I rewind it. I've seen parts and bits and pieces. Dricus always looks tired as hell. He was landing good shots on Dricus. Getting big reactions. Dricus landed a left hand and finishes him with ground and pound. Whew. That's crazy. That's his best win, probably. Versus Roberto Soldic. Roberto Soldic came back and got retribution, though. So, let's take a look at that. He just lit Dricus up. It looks like. Dude, Dricus looks scared in this fight. Badly scared. His legs are battered. I'm not watching the whole thing. I'm just watching the finish. But you can see his legs have been battered. Let's see the actual finish. Good combination from Soldic. Good knee to the butt. Dude, Dricus got brutally KO'd by Roberto Soldic. That was filthy. Dude got his retribution. How far were those apart? He lost in October 2018, and he won in April 2018. So they ran that fight right back. They ran that fight right back. Hamzat versus Dricus. Sign me up. Sign me up. Soldic is a bit overrated. I like him a lot, but putting too much expectations on. Yeah, he's definitely overhyped. Joey, word on the street is Jeremy Stephens is your favorite fighter. Chill. Dricus Du Plessis beat him with a herky-jerky style. That is an accurate description. Stop ducking my chat. I don't know what you said, bro. Just send it again. So 288 has to add a fight or two. Dude, 288 is looking horrendous. It's looking really, really bad. It's looking ugly. Soldic is fighting in a couple weeks. There you go. Who's he fighting? I don't remember. I remember seeing something announced about it, but I don't remember. Nobody wants Hamzat versus Du Plessis. If Hamzat needs to get a win before a title shot, I wouldn't mind to see him slaughter Dricus and then fight Izzy. Imagine if Dricus beat Hamzat. Oh my God, what a devastating loss that would be for Hamzat's career. His career would be over. His career would be over. No shot in hell he ever would return the same again. Which is just super unfortunate. And super annoying. I can't believe we've been on here for 2 hours. He's too big for Hamzat. Stop it. You shut your mouth. Joey has a signed Jeremy Stephens poster. That I do. I've never seen a more insecure human being than Izzy posting every single 5 minutes that KO. It shows how mentally weak he is. Okay. Imagine a person first UFC event in Canada being Nunes versus Pena 3. No way. Yeah, imagine taking your kid to that. Yeah, I can't wait to take you to this awesome event. I heard Paulo versus Hamzat was going to be 294. Don't believe everything you read, dude. Who knows? Nobody knows officially what's going to happen yet. Nobody knows officially. I'm done. Hold on a second. I gotta go send something in the Discord real quick. This is hilarious. I gotta go crop this picture though, this screenshot real quick though. That's funny. That's funny as hell. New. We'll say 1080p. Share. Boom. Let's see. All right, there we go. Boom. File. Export. Who's Frank Perkins? Who's Frank Perkins? Who's that? Isn't that someone in the Discord? I'm trying to remember who that is. Who is that in the Discord? Because you guys want to see something hilarious? If you tag me, I think it's Jungle, but I'm not sure. Okay. Do you think John Jones relives the Gane victory every 10 minutes? Yes, for sure. Figgy Moreno have fought on the same card for the last 3 damn years, including on UFC 290, and they're not fighting each other. Imagine someone pulls out and they just rebook that. Imagine if somebody pulls out and they just rebook it. We get the 5th fight, and then Figgy wins, so we get a 6th fight. I don't think it happens, but what would your reaction if Khamzat ran through Izzy? I'd be shook. I'd be absolutely shook. Armin tweet? What about Armin's tweet? Armin Saryukian. Oh, he called out Beneil. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. I'm telling you. Depending on Oliveira's injury, that's the only fight to make. Gilbert was tough on Kazat. Someone that said someone just commented on my video. I subscribe because of that Izzy versus Pereira prediction. What did the dude tag you in on Discord? A Wingstop tweet. And I have them blocked, and I didn't even know that until I saw that. That was the reason I posted it in Discord. Will Khamzat run through Costa? I feel like if Costa can survive the first round with Khamzat's relentless wrestling, he could actually win once Khamzat gasses. I don't think Khamzat's going to run through Costa. I think it's going to be a tough fight for him. I see him winning some grappling in the first round, and you know, Costa kind of having his side up against the cage, defending takedowns. And, yeah. Basically, Khamzat starting to slow down, and then maybe Costa taking like a second and third. If Costa and Khamzat fight, honestly, there needs to be a 5-rounder. Would you root for the Wolf over Izzy? Honestly, I would just want a great fight, but I like Khamzat more than Izzy, so yes. Yes. But I wouldn't be like rooting for him heavily. I just would want it to be a great fight. If Khamzat's so tough, let him fight John. Okay. I might take Armin to beat Benny if that fight happens. Could you imagine if Armin beat Benny? That would be wild and craziness. If he ran through Izzy, would they run it back immediately? I would hope not. If he ran through him, there's no point in running it back immediately. If Izzy won the entire fight and then got finished in the 5th round, then yes, run it back. Even if Khamzat won the entire fight and then got finished in the 5th round, I'd want him to run it back. There's special circumstances. Amir Albazi, who you got? Versus Kai Kara France. I'm going Kai Kara France. Amir Albazi didn't look great against a guy who was debuting in his last fight. I still got to do a video, guys. I still got to do a video after this. And I'm going to take a shower to kind of wake up a bit for my video. And I'm going to do a stream tomorrow. Jeez Louise. Video will be solid, though. The video will be solid. It'll be about Oliveira, Beneil Dariush. And what are the possible solutions? What are the possible solutions for that fight? Albazi's not good. He's number 7 from fighting bums. Yeah, and he fought a debuting guy last fight and lost. No, not lost. Didn't look good. I'm sorry. I misspoke there. And he didn't look particularly good. Which is crazy. Ended up getting the 3rd round finish, but I think it was a 3rd round finish, but the overall performance wasn't great. I can't pick him over Kai Kara France, who in my opinion is a title challenger. You might take Armin to beat Benny. I don't know if I would. I'd probably take Benny. But I don't know. Armin's got great kicks, and his striking with his hands is ever evolving. The people who were crying about Beneil deserving a title shot are the same people saying Islam didn't deserve a title shot after a 10-fight win streak. Hypocrisy and double standards. Yeah, I mean, I agree. But I'm on board with both Beneil deserving a title shot and Islam deserving a title shot. So, I'm on board. Dariush versus Poirier or Gaethje, thoughts? You got to book Poirier versus Gaethje too. In my opinion, that's just the fight to make. That is just the fight to make. It would just be way too exciting not to run back, and it's just a moment in time where it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense right now. So why not book it and run it back? If that makes sense to you guys. I'd rather see Dariush either wait for Charles. If Charles is going to be healed up quick, let him fight Charles. If Charles isn't going to be ready for 2 months, then let him fight Arman. And if Arman steps in and fights Beneil, let Charles fight Moicano. So, how long does it take to get paid on YouTube? You get paid once a month. Do they have bi-weekly payment? No. I have PayPal set up. If anybody ever wants to donate via PayPal, the link is in the description to donate via PayPal. Blue Cheese Bandit doesn't, though. He just comes in and talks shit. But he doesn't ever PayPal me, even though he talks about PayPal 24/7. You know? And that would be nice. I mean, why don't you be a man, Blue Cheese, and bust out the PayPal, all right? And I can take your mother out for a nice steak dinner tomorrow night. UFC 288, 289, and 290 are not good. And London card, not a pay-per-view. UFC in a big problem. Yeah. 290 is good, though. How dare you? 290 is good. I like 290. I'm happy with 290. 288 and 289, I agree. What do you mean 290 is not good? 290 with 4 fights is better than 289? Exactly. 280, you can take just the main event from 290 and it's better than all 289 to put together so far. Yeah, be a man. Be a man. Bust out the PayPal. Come on, Blue Cheese. I'm going to check my email right now. I'm going to check my email right now. I get emails when I get PayPal donations. Someone go donate via PayPal, and Blue Cheese is on it right now. 1 month, because that's the most infrequently they can get away with and gives them time in between billing to possibly cancel an account and keep their money. Well, they've never done that to me, so hopefully they don't do that. What do you mean? Okay, read that. Tori Vitello from Astoria, Queens with the $20 dono. I don't know what to say, man. I appreciate your support. Who would you want? Hamzat versus Whitaker, Hamzat versus Dricus, Hamzat versus Costa, or Kelvin versus Hamzat? If that makes any sense, let's get into 185. If I'm making the fights, I want a fight that Hamzat is most likely to win because I want him fighting for the title as soon as possible. So first off, I wouldn't mind seeing Hamzat thrust into an immediate title shot. Just because there's no one else really available right now to fight for a title shot, fight for a title against Izzy. But if we're excluding that option, I want the most winnable fight. The most winnable fight is Dricus, so I would book Hamzat versus Dricus. If that fight isn't an option, then I'll take a fight that's winnable, but also a very fun fight, and I'll take Hamzat Costa. Hamzat versus Whitaker is the last fight that I want to see, because Whitaker might beat Hamzat and then it ruins the whole middleweight division, in my opinion. Ruins the whole middleweight division, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't really want to see Hamzat Kelvin. Hamzat beats Kelvin with ease. You know, I guess I wouldn't mind that because I want Hamzat to move forward in the division, but we can do that with Dricus. But yeah, I don't want to see Hamzat versus Whitaker at all. Not that I wouldn't love the matchup, but I'd just be pissed about it, to be honest. Thank you again, Tori, for the $20 dono. But honestly, a perfect scenario. Give Adesanya a little bit of time off. Book Khamzat versus Dricus. Let Khamzat wreck Dricus in the first round. Build his hype even more. Get a win over a top 10 contender. And then fight Adesanya in the fall or winter. Because honestly, Khamzat's not taking any damage against Dricus. Who headlines UFC 300? Too far away to even imagine. I will donate next time, Joey, on my son's life if you never stop mocking Blue Cheese's mom. I think he likes that. I'll take your word for it. Yeah, pony up, dude. You're talking about PayPal, but you ain't being a man. Bust out the PayPal. 89 people watching. That's 99 cents a dono. All 89 of you get this, man. Well, Blue Cheese, where are you at, man? Start it off with the first dollar, Blue Cheese. Why don't you start it off with $1 and you'll see who can match you? Can you imagine? Yeah, if everyone in the chat right now donated $1, that's $85 right there. I'll take a slew of $1 donos. But Blue Cheese, you got to start it off. Put your money where your mouth is, you clown. Everyone except Pereira, he's lucky he moved up. Everyone except Pereira, what do you mean? I don't know what's the thing. Kelvin versus Khamzat. Khamzat would wreck Kelvin badly. Khamzat needs to fight at least one of Izzy's former opponents. Okay, that's a random thought. But all right. Khamzat versus Whitaker should be a title limiter, definitely. But I'd hate to see Whitaker ruin a contender. No Khamzat versus Dricus. Why not? I think UFC needs Khamzat versus Shavkat Magomed Umar fight before UFC Abu Dhabi because it sucks cards right now. All right, okay. Khamzat would struggle with Vettori. I think Khamzat would sleep. Nah, he wouldn't sleep him. I think Khamzat would beat Vettori, but I wouldn't be confident in it because Vettori's striking is just horrible, and I think Khamzat's got good striking, and it's not like Vettori would be able to take him down. Any potential collabs in the future? Look, if you guys want me to collab with anyone, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to go harass that person and tell them to hit me up, okay? Whether it's messaging me on Instagram, messaging me on Twitter. I'm just not going out of my way to hit people up to collab. That's just not the way I'm built, all right? I don't want to feel like I'm leeching off someone else's fan base. You know, if it's the right person, I don't mind necessarily doing it. I'm just kind of minding my own business, staying in my own lane, and I'm just not a massive fan of doing these collab type things because I don't even know exactly what you should even do. I guess just have like a little conversation, maybe a stream or something. But look, if I hear clown shit, I just can't help but call it out. So if I hear something dumb, I'm going to look like a massive asshole on stream or in a video or whatever because I'm going to be like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. So I'm going to end up offending people. And I'm just not like, I'm just not a person I just like to kind of be by myself, you know. There'll be one-offs, you know. There'll be one-offs here and there. I went on MMA Expert's stream before. I'd probably go back if he invited me back on his stream. I'd probably go back. I went on James Lynch's stream before. I'd go back there. But it's just not something I'm just looking to reach out. I'm just looking to build my channel, build my thing. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about what other people are doing. Tori, thank you for the $20 dono. Dude, thank you very much. But why would that ruin all your scenario? Just curious. Can you come back on that thought? About my earlier super chat? Are you talking about what would be ruined if it was Whitaker versus Khamzat? I think that's what you're talking about. If Whitaker beats Khamzat, the division is ruined. Adesanya is the champ. He's already beat Whitaker twice. Knocked him out once. And so now we had Whitaker kill off a contender in Khamzat in one of the biggest fights in the middleweight division. So that's why I don't want to see that. Where all the other matchups, I at least think Khamzat would win. So I wouldn't mind seeing them. But Whitaker's a tough matchup for Khamzat. And Khamzat probably beats Hamzat probably loses to Rob. So I think that's what you're asking. It would ruin the division if Whitaker beat Hamzat. You've probably been asked about it already, but what do you think about Oliveira's injury? I don't know. We don't have any information on it, so I can't really say. Because we don't know what it is. I'm hoping maybe he just has a cut. Maybe he got cut in training or something, and that's why he had to pull out. But other than that, I don't know. UFC Fight Night Charlotte or UFC 289? What about it? What exactly are you asking, John? Which one's better? I don't even remember what UFC Charlotte is. Collab with a guy named MMA Now 27. He's a great guy and very knowledgeable. Maybe in the future, man. I'm just not. It's not like I'm hitting people up to collab. You know, I think he's a great guy. It's nothing against him. It's just one of those things. You know what I mean? First off, I'm not saying this with him. I'm not hitting someone up. People say, oh, collab with this guy, collab with that guy. And the guy will have like 100,000 subs or, 30,000 subs. I don't want to hit anyone up that has some massive amount of subs so I can seem like I'm leeching off someone. I want to build exactly what I have all by myself. And, that's what I want to do. And at the same time, I had a lot of people hit me up in the past that, want to collab with me. And half the time they got fake subscribers. They have like 20,000 subs, no views. And, it's just, it's just a whole thing. And then there's a bunch of clowns on YouTube. So I don't watch any of these guys for the most part. And again, this has nothing to do with the guy you just mentioned because he seems like a great guy. I've seen a little bit of his content and his streams. I even was in there the other night. I think you were in there. But I'm not going to associate myself with a person I don't know. And then it turns out they're just a clown, an embarrassment of a man and an embarrassment to the MMA community. So it's kind of one of those things like I got to vet these people. I don't want my name attached to some clown show, all right? Ever. And I don't know these guys. So, you know what I mean? Again, if there's somebody out there, whoever it may be, and again, I don't want you to do this, but I'm just saying you're going to have to tell them, hit this guy up to collab. If somebody's listening to this stream and they have an MMA YouTube channel, you're going to have to hit me up. I'm not going to promise I do it because I probably won't. But that's just the way it's going to go. I'm not reaching out to anyone, And there's very few people I would collab with in general, I like to mix it in for you guys to be able to watch and see something a little bit different. But there's very few that I would collab with. And even if like a massive channel hit me up to collab, I don't even know if I'd want to do that because then I feel like, oh, I'm building my channel off of them, basically. I don't know. I'd rather listen to someone who interacts with chat strictly. There you go. I mean, I think it's cool to have something mixed in occasionally. Mix in something occasionally. But it's just like, I don't know. It has to be the right vibe. And I don't know any of these guys. So it's like, well, you want me to reach out to somebody I don't know what they're like and like have an hour conversation with them? I don't know. It's just not in me to do that. And I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll get some collabs this year. Maybe one or two before the end of the year. I don't know. But yeah, it's just not in my life, to be hitting up other grown men. To be like, hey man, let's get on video together. I'd rather collab with Blue Cheese's mother. Okay. And we collab nonstop. Least liked fighter currently and all time. I hate Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. Actually, I'm lying. I dislike Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, but that's not what I was thinking. My head was scrambled. I hate Jeremy Stevens is who I was thinking of. I hate Jeremy Stevens, and I hate Juliana Pena. Yeah, so there you go. There's two of them. I don't know. There's other ones that I hate, but I can't think of any right now off the top of my head. Who's winning, Edison or Billy? Edison. Wonder Boy. You out, Wonder Boy harsh. I don't hate Wonder Boy. I just dislike Wonder Boy. I misspoke there. I was thinking of Jeremy Stevens, and I said Steven Wonder Boy. So yeah, Pena's the GOAT. But I don't really necessarily hate anyone other than Jeremy Stevens, to be honest. Juliana Pena, I just really extremely dislike. I'm always rooting against her no matter who she fights. But yeah. Jeremy Stevens is the biggest clown ever. Dude injured a dude's neck and then cried about it and said, this guy's faking and he doesn't want to fight me and I'll never fight him again. And that's my animalistics. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, exactly. Because he injured that guy's neck and then talked mad shit about Tory with a dude. I'm gonna have to end the stream. I'm starting to feel bad right now. Thank you for the $20 donut. But if someone bigger than a platform than you has 100% they have, that 100% they have, why not if they reach out to you? But at the end, I definitely agree with you. You don't even do it if you are not sure. Just believe in MMA Joey. Do you? Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's not a possibility. I'm just saying it's not. That's not even a likely scenario in general. Someone with 40, 50,000 subs, legitimate subs, they're not going to be hitting me up to collab. Because most people, for me, if I collab with someone, I want to be able to offer a mutual benefit back. And, if they got that many subs, okay, how many subs are they going to get off me? You know what I mean? It's not like an overlap. And for me, I'm not even necessarily thinking of that for myself. For me, as crazy as this sounds, and people are going to say I'm probably lying, if I were to do a collab, it's not really necessarily to grow the channel. It would just be for fun, to have a conversation with another grown man about MMA. So, yeah, for me, it would just be for fun and just for something for you guys. It would be for you guys to watch. It wouldn't really be something like, I want to get their subscribers to come subscribe here. I mean, cool. Okay, sweet. But, yeah. Long answer, but you get the point. Devison or Cop, and how do you think it goes? I'm going to go Devison by finish. I'm not a big believer in Cop. I'm not a big believer in Cop. The way he looked his last fight, the way he was taunting and not really throwing, I think Davidson's going to come out with an axe to grind, and I think he's going to beat Cop. Why? Let me ask you guys this. Here, you guys want to talk about collabs so much. Who do you want to see me collab with? Tell me that. Who would be the absolute ideal dream scenario? MMA Joey collabs with blank. Who? Will Colby retire if he loses to Edwards? Hopefully. Hopefully he will. But thank you again, Tori, for the $20 dono, man. Blowing it up with the donos tonight. Dude said MMA holes and Jesse on fire. I'll get right on it. I'll message him tonight. Collab with Gideon. I don't know what that is. MMA Now. You mentioned that earlier. I know who that is, but did you find him from me sending you there? Right? You found him from me sending you there, and he has a good channel. I mean, I popped in a little bit here and there, but I haven't watched a whole lot. Fresh and Fit. What is that? I don't even know what that is. You do late night call-in streams with random people or YouTubers. Okay. That'd be awkward, but all right. Maybe. I'm genuinely curious, and you guys are sending out like random names and shit. Like, genuinely, who would you like me to collab with? You guys constantly talking about that. Who do you want me to collab with that you would be interested in actually watching and legitimately? Without the bullshit. MMA Guru or TMZ? Chill. Oh, Mr. Beast? I'll get right on that one. I'd collab with Mr. Beast. Imagine a call-in stream with me and you debating each other. Yeah, I mean, you can call in right now. Just call your mother's cell phone. Yes, I found him through you. I'm glad you enjoy his content, man. I'm glad you enjoy his content. You should destroy the guru. I don't even know what that means. Destroy him. Pause. But all right. Luke Thomas would be a great collab. That's never going to happen. But I haven't watched Luke in a long, long time. I wonder what he's like now. Do you know how UFC 284 Perth did pay-per-view? No. Josh Thompson, dude's got brain damage. Stop. Dude's got brain damage. TJ loves fights. I've never heard of that in my entire life. You guys mention channels that I've never heard of. Sometimes I think you're making them up. Sometimes I think you're making them up. I think you're making them up. Who's taller, you or Luke Thomas? I don't know how tall Luke is. Ariel Hawani. I like how none of you guys even gave reasonable possibilities. Collab with MMA Guru, he's funny. Dude, that's another one of those scenarios. He's got well over 50K subs. I forgot, I looked the other day when we were talking about it on stream. And that's just not going to happen at all, okay? But his cult is obsessed with him. That would be a fun one. That you guys would definitely enjoy that, I'm sure. Because of for some reason we're constantly pitted against each other, so we could talk shit too. DC and RC collab. Shut your mouth, dude. Shut your mouth. What happens if Leon Scott gets stripped? They make a title fight between Bilal and Kobe probably. That would be my best guess. That would be my best guess. Brendan Schaub collab. I'll make sure to get on that. Yeah. Look, if you guys got to hit up Brendan Schaub. You guys got to hit up all these people. I'm not hitting up any of these people. I'm not messaging another grown man and saying, hey, make sure you get on a stream with me. That'd be awesome. So, PewDiePie. Guys, we've gone almost 2.5 hours tonight. Bryce Mitchell doing your lawn care? Yeah, I'll get Bryce Mitchell to come on the channel and collab. But is that even considered a collab? Does he even have a YouTube channel? Please what? Yeah, we'll ask Joe Martinez to come on. I like how we're just talking about collabs for like the last 30 minutes. Someone's going to rewatch this stream and be like, what the hell are they even talking about? Bryce Mitchell and MMA Joey Talk NASCAR podcast. Yeah, that's already in the works, believe it or not. Say Volks, Steam, Jair, anyone besides Ilya you think can stand a chance against him? No. Would you actually do one with Guru? If you guys did, it would break the internet. What would make it break the internet? I don't know, maybe. I'll never say never. But that's not going to happen, dude. But I would consider anything. But most likely not. So, but maybe. He recently donated to me. I recently donated to him. So maybe in the future we'll do something. I don't know. That'd be hilarious though, for sure. With all his cult-like following. Oh my God, they would try to follow me around like they already do. That's the number one thing someone tries to pit me against is him. Tori, thank you $20 super chat. That's what I was laughing at before. Of course. Random connection drop. Tori, thank you for the $20 dono. This is what I was laughing at before. This Blue Cheese Bandit is your mom available to join me at my castle, my bed, watching MMA Joey when Joey is... Do me and your Blue Cheese mom can get it going? Oh, when MMA Joey is done. Yeah, so Tori's donating 20 and he's saying he's gonna do your mom. He's gonna do your mom. Or another James Lynch collab stream. I'll collab with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Israel Adesanya collab. I'm gonna work right on it. Dang, Tori's getting all dirty. Yeah, he's gonna do Blue Cheese's mom. Lucas Tracy MMA collab. He hit me up to do a collab, but I'm just not. That was like maybe a month ago or so. I don't know. I just don't like the idea of doing collabs. Hey man, we're a friendly cult for the most part. Oh, looks like we got a cult member here. Yeah, I mean, people are always pitting me against this man. People, I think somebody sent me, didn't you? Let me see this real quick. Let me take a look. Yes, it was you. Someone sent me this clip that you posted on your channel. I saw that. Somebody sent me that. You clipped what I sent him. I knew I recognized that name from somewhere. I just seen that recently. But yeah, I doubt that's going to happen. I'm telling you, man, you're missing out. You would be in hostile territory. Okay. All right. You guys have to realize, a lot of people online, you guys think everyone like knows everyone just because they're all post on YouTube about the same thing. That's just not the way it works. Like, we don't know each other. People ask me, do you know this person? No, I don't know them. Just because they post on YouTube about MMA. Kelvin Gastelum's a straight up cornball. I'll tell you that much. Dude, his little, the MMA YouTube rap songs are the worst shit I've ever heard. Kelvin Gastelum's little rap song is horrible. I hate Kelvin Gastelum just because of his YouTube channel. It's horrible. So, and Kelvin's saying he wants a rematch with Adesanya. And the cheesy rap was horrible. Blue Cheese Bandit's mom is a free real estate at this point. Everyone's doing his mom. That is true. If you and Guru stream together, it would be intense. Lots of funny jokes back and forth. It would be equivalent of a UFC presser. Okay. Looks like Blue Cheese Bandit wants this bad, so you know that's never happening. Who's next for Hamzat? Hopefully Israel Adesanya. That's the fight I want to see, just because there's no real contenders. So why not book it, you know? George Washington to defeat the Brits, okay. I'll do it, I guess. Kelvin Gastelum, yeah, that's what I was just looking at. Dude, his channel's horrible. Dude's a clown. With that rap song, with that cheesy rap song, I don't ever want to hear that shit again. I clicked on one of his videos before. That rap song was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. I don't like Kelvin Gastelum anymore because of that rap song. Dude's riding off the coattails of having a close fight with Israel Adesanya. So much that he had a rap song written about it. What a clown show that is. How do you feel about the dip, blue cheese, or a ranch? A ranch for sure. Ranch all the way. Ranch all the way for sure. Guys, I'm going to have to get off soon because I'm going to try to make that video, but I might just end up going to sleep. I might just end up going to sleep, to be honest. That's craziness. I'm just scrolling back looking at something. What a night this has been, though. Been a great night. We talked predictions. MMA Joey pairs with Congressman Masvidal to start political change. Yeah. Breaking news, MMA Joey is pulled out of his pre-fight live stream. That's so stupid. Tori, thank you for another $20. Dude's been just slinging out $20 donos. That's crazy. Everyone in this live stream who is next for Blue Cheese Bandits Mommy. Oh my goodness. Now we're just talking about Blue Cheese's mom. He enjoys this. You know that, right? I'm going to stop giving him what he wants by talking about him. I'm just going to ignore him forever. Dude, that's crazy. Do you remember Ricardus? But thank you again for the $20 dono, man. I just can't thank you enough. A lot of support for the channel coming in tonight from Tori. Dude just hit the Mega Millions. And I appreciate you. Nolan Maxwell, what are you raising your hand for? I don't even remember what I asked. Oh, I know it. You're asking who's next. You're answering his super chat. Who's next? I see. LMAO. LMAO. But yeah, guys. What a night it's been. I will be streaming the fights tomorrow night, so there's that. If Blue Cheese Mom lets me, I'll probably be streaming the fights tomorrow night. You know, if I can keep her off me for 3 hours to stream the fights. What a legendary stream from last week. What a legendary stream from last week. How long did we live stream? 6 hours and 20 minutes. 6 hours and 20 minutes from last week's stream. That's crazy. Thank you again for the $5, Tori. I feel like I've been thanking. This has been a stream of thank you, Tori. Let's see, what stream was that? Let me go back. I titled it a specific way. When was that? Was that the 2-year anniversary stream? I don't think it was. I titled it GOAT Subscriber Emerges. I don't remember what it was. For some reason, these After Dark streams were getting big views. Oh, yeah. Paulo Costa deal. GOAT Subscriber Emerges. Vera versus Sandhagen. It was 3 weeks ago. March 23rd. Dude was just doing the same thing back then, too. But thank you for the $5, man. Do you worry about Barboza's gas tank? Yeah, I actually talked about it earlier. I said, I think Barboza wins. But if I was picking Billy Q, I'd take him by 3rd round TKO. Because I do worry about the gas tank of Edson. Especially if he's just beating the piss out of Billy Q. And Billy Q just doesn't go away because he's so tough. I could see Edson gassing after winning the first 2 rounds and getting finished in the 3rd. Because Billy Q's relentless. He just presses forward. He's relentless. And, yeah. And Barboza does fade, especially if he's, like, defending takedowns, too. So, I think Billy Q's going to be shooting, trying to wear on Edson. But I think Edson's just, there's levels to this game. And I think Edson Barboza's in a different league than Billy Q. Different league than Billy Q. When am I going live tonight? Roughly around 6 to 7, maybe. Somewhere 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern for the fights. I really want to get on this video, but I'm just already tired, so I don't know if I'm probably just going to go to bed. Maybe I'll wake up early tomorrow. I'll record the video about Charles versus Oliveira. I'd like to jump on it sooner, but I'm just kind of tired right now. It's already 2 a.m. We've already done an illustrious live stream. So, I don't feel that bad. Some people will watch this back and enjoy it. And now I'm talking slow. So, yeah, guys, I'm done my water. I'm going to drink the rest of this water, and then I'm getting out of here. So, if you guys have any final questions, throw them in the chat. And I will be back tomorrow night. Was going to miss the prelims, but I can't miss Royval and Nicolau. I know, that's so dumb. That's so dumb that they're not on the main card. That's literally co-main event worthy, and it's not even on the main card. That's ridiculous. That fight is can't miss. That fight is can't miss. You have to watch Brandon Royval, Mateus Nicolau. And I picked Royval. And damn, is that going to be a fun fight. That's a great fight. Go rest, bro. Blue cheese mom will keep us entertained. That's true. Relax. It's another day tomorrow. That is true. Before I go, who is lurking in the live stream right now? You might have the phone sitting on the nightstand. You're just listening to this stream as you try to fall asleep. I kept saying fall to asleep. Let me know in the chat before we go. Who's lurking in the background, has their phone with the YouTube stream up, and they're just lurking in the background listening to it as they're laying in bed. Grab your phone real quick while it's on charge. Send a message in the chat. I'm curious who's here before we go, because there's 70 people in here. It's 2 a.m. and we got like 3 people messaging right now. I want everyone to message in the chat right this very second. I'm staying for like 1 more minute. So speak now or forever hold your peace. It's actually kind of warm in this room right now. I usually have the fan on, but it's kind of warm. Yo, 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 yo. What's up? Alokai 11. What's up, Gar? Okay, come on, let's see. What's up, Blaze? It's crazy to me how many people just watch and just watch and enjoy the stream. I'm excited for tomorrow's fights. Me too. Tomorrow's a good card. It's 10:40 where you're at. I'm crying about Dubronx versus Dariush. Me too. Devastating. Devastating, devastating, devastating. But yeah, I think I'm going to go to sleep. Because last night I recorded the welterweight video and I was kind of tired. And when I edited it, I didn't like how clear I was. I could have been clearer in the video about what I was trying to articulate. Shout out to the homeless cats at PF Chang's. I feel like that means something, but I don't remember what it means. So, yeah, it looks like everyone else fell asleep with the stream. I bet you there's someone right now that's sleeping and has the stream on. And they're dead asleep right now. And they've just been giving me watch time all evening. All right, guys. I'm getting out of here. I'm not sure if I'm going to record the video. I'm probably just going to go to sleep. I haven't decided yet. I may record the video. But I'm getting out of here. Join me tomorrow live for UFC Fight Night Kansas City. Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen. Does anybody remember what the timestamp from earlier was? Does anybody remember what the timestamp from earlier was? Let me know. Let me know real quick, if you could. I think it was 19 something. Because I started off earlier, but then I said, and I can't. It's not in the chat anymore. It's so far away. I wonder if anyone saved it for me. At least I can go check. I think it was 19 something. So it looks like nobody has it. If you have it, put it in the chat. But if you don't, I don't know what to tell you. If you have it, you can even comment it on the video when I end the stream. So thank you guys for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your night. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you, Tori, for all the donos. Thank you for everyone else who donated. There was a couple other people that donated during the stream. And join me tomorrow for UFC Fight Night Kansas City. Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen. Like this stream. Subscribe to the channel before you go. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night and goodbye. And I will talk to you guys later.